Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Three Play Podcast. My name is Shmack. 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 My name is Shmack. Acclimator. I'm joined by two of my good friends. To my left sits Knock P. To my right is Broad. Probably Crob. Welcome back.
That has got to be the best part of the intro that you could mess up would be your own name. That was fantastic. Oh, man.
Welcome back. I'm legally getting my name changed to Shmog.
The best part is that now that we're streaming it, you can't go back on it. We
That's
can't
true.
just stop
I mean,
recording.
There's no take
There's
two.
no take backs.
It's very true. I had done that previously, but like start again,
Yeah.
but not this time.
Yeah, diva.
Our errors are shown to the world now.
Yep.
We're not flawless.
Nope.
I'm flawless.
Fair. I can't argue with that.
No, X.
He bought
fucking
us
doubt.
donuts, so I can't.
Okay,
I
fine.
can't insult him at all.
Maybe 0.5 flawless, not one flawless.
Anyways, they're good donuts though, eh?
They are good.
I've only had one so far. Gotta have. Is there any more cream left?
Should be another Boston cream in there.
Nice.
No, I ate both.
Wow.
We
I'm
did
just
not.
kidding. I wouldn't. I'd feel so sick if I had that much custard.
Wow.
You're in Ajax, Hollywood Donuts at West Dean Highway 2. Good donuts.
Yes.
Finesse
That's the
down
only good
Western
thing
Road.
about Ajax.
Is that what you guys
Huh?
were doing?
That's the only good thing about Ajax.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, were you guys finessing down Weston Road?
Western Road's opposite direction, buddy.
Did you not say Weston Road?
No, I said Westney.
What?
Westney.
Westney.
Westney Road.
Okay.
Weston runs east-west. West and east, north-south.
Didn't know that. No.
Now you know for your future endeavors into Ajax, if you ever have any. Probably not. There's nothing there. Nothing important goes on in Ajax.
Not even your cousin or sister?
Nope.
No?
Actually, my nieces are there. Okay, never mind. I lied.
So what, your niece or your sister is better? Like
Sister, meh. Both
who's-
my
I would
nieces.
say who's more-
My nieces, yes. Sister, brother-in-law, yeah.
What's your other niece's name now?
Gemma.
Right.
Gemma.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. It was,
We're just saying names weird
Yeah.
today.
yeah, because we named
Schmuck.
well,
Schmuck, dude.
they named the swans at Wonderland. So each swan has a number and a name now.
Did you get to name them?
No,
That's
the
disappointing.
fiberglass guys got the name, but one of them is named Tim.
Tim the Swan?
And so we gotta vacuum the swans every morning.
Nice.
So
So
you had to
get-
vacuum out Tim?
So we suck Tim dry every morning.
Hey.
There we go. I was like,
So-
this
and
gotta go
finish up
somewhere dirty. This
somehow.
has to go somewhere dirty. There's no way it's a clean story.
I make that joke every day. And
Suck Tim dry.
every day people still like, the fuck, Nick. And
Does
I'm
Tim start every day wet?
well, some of them leak more than others. This is just gonna get real weird right now.
Oh my god.
Nah, Ruthie is a leakiest.
I hope we have a mature filter on our Twitch.
Like a tag. I hope so.
Yeah, like when you click it, this is for mature audiences.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ruthie is the leakiest.
Ruthie. Always
Yeah.
Ruthie.
Then there's Michelle, who's always dirty.
Michelle?
Yeah.
What else?
There's one called Emily. She's yellow.
Okay. Yellow
It's like
swan.
yellow colored swan.
That's weird.
Is it like just one swan that's yellow?
Yeah, there was an orange one named Carrot, but that one was leaking too.
Why are there yellow and orange swans?
I don't know, dude. Well, Michelle's green.
The
Oh,
ugly
Michelle's
swan.
purple. Sorry.
Oh,
Michelle's
they're all
purple.
just colored? Okay.
Well,
The
most of
ugly
them are
swan.
white.
The ugly swan.
The ugly duckling?
Swan.
Duckling?
Swan.
Swan?
Yep.
That never works. Like people who say that, remember when you were a kid and where like you'd argue, you guys were
I
saying
feel like it
different
might have
words?
worked on me when
Like
I was
yes,
like,
no, yes, no,
4
and then
years
you
old.
agree. Yeah.
Only
Never
in
works.
cartoons.
I know. I've tried it so many times in real life, nothing.
Really?
At least 5 times. No result. But I will not give up. Anyways,
Never say never.
shall we talk about some games?
Sure. Let me talk about a game. So, as you guys know, I don't have a PC or anything.
Yep.
But Shattered Pixel Dungeon got an update.
Oh shit. Just when you thought you were out, it pulled you back in?
Yep. So I've been some of the bosses got reworked, which is pretty hype. I mean, not to you
And-
guys obviously, but
Yeah. In what ways?
it's pretty exciting for me. The
Like,
first
just
boss,
More mechanics and stuff?
yeah. So the first boss is a blob of caustic goo,
Okay.
right? You find him on floor 5. It's a boss floor.
All right.
The fight was you would just find him sleeping in one of the rooms. I
Who's
bet
got the sounds their
probably
phone?
mute my phone.
How could you, Shmack? You just
Jeez.
interrupted yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All
so
right,
rude.
start over.
Okay, so anyways, the fight used to be on the 5th floor. You would just find this blob of goo sleeping in a room. and then you would fight it.
He's sleeping. Why are you fighting him?
Well, he has the key that you need to get to open the door.
Like you're in a dungeon, you just fight everything then, don't you?
I guess.
I mean, like
you
if
don't
it
want to
says,
like ask him, be like, "Hey, do you need that?"
even if
key?
you see like a prisoner you release, you still fight the guy. It's like
Yeah.
why not? You need the XP.
Maybe more of an
That's true.
RPG then, but I feel like that should be an option, like a
Be like,
charisma
look,
based.
bro, you're sleeping. I just need to get to this door. Like, give me the key. Go back to bed.
Sorry,
I should make a fork of because
No,
Pixel Dungeon's
Negotiating
open source.
is a valuable skill.
Yeah, it's
No,
open
ne-
source, so I should do that. I should
Yeah.
make a.
negotiate their own death. Like, sorry, I need the XP I get from killing you. If I'm just gonna slice your throat nice and quick.
Would a blob of goo have a throat?
Probably not. No.
You have to be creative.
I don't know, maybe freeze the thing and then smash it.
There you go. Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah, so
Interrupting your actual series.
the floor has kind of been revamped. It looks much nicer now. The goo is always in like the central chamber. The level used to spawn with like donut rooms. It's kind of hard to explain if you don't really know the mechanics of the game. However, you could use these donuts to kind of cheese the boss because
So what do you mean by donut room?
so this game is tile based,
Okay.
right? A donut would be 3 tiles on one side, followed by 2 tiles, followed by 3 tiles, followed by 2 tiles.
Oh, okay.
With a wall in the middle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this game is there's something in this game called surprise hits. If you hit an enemy who doesn't know where you are, on the turn that they come into your vision, it counts as a surprise hit.
Okay.
So you could use these, like the wall in the center, to kind of abuse that mechanic if you had one of those. So the developer Evan got rid of them
Because they realized that like everyone was doing this.
all the advanced players were anyways.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he got rid of that to make the fight a little bit harder, but to compensate overall for like the noobs, he kind of reduced the difficulty of the boss. And it's a fun fight now.
So, taking the difficulty of using the cheese, but it was stronger, or without the cheese, but it's weaker, which one is harder for like somebody who's like not a noob at the game?
Not a noob for
Yeah.
me, you mean?
Like, so you would say you're pretty like experienced with the game, right?
Yeah. I think
Which
so. I
fight
have
do you
hundreds
find
and
was
hundreds
harder,
of runs.
pre or post change?
I've only done the post chain ones like 3 times so far. I only had 3
Okay.
runs. Probably post change.
You think it's harder?
I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's nice then, because it would suck if he like fully dumbed it down.
No,
to the
it's
point
not.
Where, like advanced players were
It's
like, well,
it's pretty much the same.
Okay.
It's
That's
pretty
cool.
much the same.
That's cool.
There's also a little there's a room that spawns on that floor that's it's called the Rat King's room. It's a sleeping rat who is
Everyone just asleep in this dungeon?
the mobs usually asleep, yeah.
Damn. Good life.
A dungeon in their house. Like, are you invading?
Are you just like in their bedroom?
well, yeah, you're invading their fucking
Yeah, that's
place,
fair.
right?
Home
That's fair.
invasion, man.
Yeah.
So this rat is sleeping. He's got a crown on because you fight like giant rats, marsupial rats
Okay.
they're called. But this is the king of all of them, and he's surrounded by chests.
As
and the
kings do.
Yes,
They
and
have you
chests are
live.
full of gold. Not too much gold. It's like 20 gold per chest. But I had also memorized the layout of where that would spawn, so it wasn't hard for me to find because it was a hidden room. It would always spawn on the inside of the circuit, the map.
Yeah.
But now I have to look around to find this thing, so I'm kind of cheesed that I
Oh man, you have to actually put in some effort. That
like
sucks.
fucking just
That's rough.
yeah. But yeah, he added some change up some like stuff like that. The game is pretty fun. I want you guys to play it at some point. Try to beat it, because if you guys beat it, I don't know. Whatever.
Do I have to put any money into it?
No, it's completely free. It's open source, so
Yeah.
the only money you can give is for donation.
There's
There's
like fund it.
one tier is if you donate, you'll get like an emerald like UI
Okay.
just to support the game.
Yeah.
And another one
Be like,
is
hey, I like this game. Here's a bit of money.
another one will give you I think like cloud saves
Okay.
or something.
And how
Alright.
much are the tiers?
$5 and like
5, 10,
20
20
bucks or
stuff
something.
like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll definitely check it out. You've been talking, giving it pretty good praise. So
Yeah, so usually when an update comes out, I go through all the classes and I beat it. Right now I'm on my warrior run.
how many classes are there?
There are 4 classes,
Okay.
each with 2 subclasses.
Do you do each subclass as well?
Yep.
Nice. You get
so-
like the full experience of
Yeah.
every path.
I like to beat it once. So right now I'm on warrior. I'm on the second subclass. I'm doing gladiator.
That
Oh.
more like the more damage.
Yeah,
heavy of
so
the
he has
two
combos
warriors?
that builds up. So if you hit an enemy 2 times in a row, your third strike can be a combo, or you can attempt to hit him again to get a more powerful combo hit.
Okay.
So you could do like 5 hits and then use your combo move. And the combos have different effects. Like the first one is it knocks them back and dazes them, yet the enemy, and then if they become confused and unable to like path towards you.
And that's like hit 3, like the first tier
yeah,
combo.
so 1, 2, that would be the third
Combo,
one.
Okay.
Fourth, fifth, and sixth are stuff like if you kill this enemy, your combo persists. This one will
Okay.
deal massive damage, stuff like
So
that.
basically, the higher you get the combo, the better payout the actual combo.
Usually,
does?
yeah,
Okay,
usually.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's a gamble because if you get like interrupted and you reset,
Or if you
right?
miss, if
Or
you
if
have
you
a
miss,
weapon
yeah.
that isn't accurate, or if your accuracy is low.
True. That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
High risk, high reward kind of gameplay.
It's a tough game to learn, but satisfying to get good at.
I will give it a shot.
So
See where it takes me.
Try it out. You too.
You know, I'm gonna give it the good old Nick half an hour.
I'm down
Test?
to half an hour now.
Isn't that what it was?
I give like an hour or two.
An hour. Okay.
Like
You're
yours
not
pops
even gonna
off
give it
my,
that?
yours pops off my phone now for a while.
Wait, hold on. You tried Gears Pop, but you won't try this game?
Whoa, what is that supposed to mean? You got Gears, you got Pop. What's not to love?
Pop.
Well, come on.
What
Man,
kind of game was
Pop
it?
is
Was
awesome.
it a
You ever
deck?
seen Clash
builder?
Royale?
It's a tactical.
It's
like,
a deck builder. It's not a deck builder. Sorry.
Kind of is.
It
You
is?
kind of
Okay.
just like
Yeah.
drop units
It's a
on the
deck
field
builder, like strategy.
Cool, like Clash Royale.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna play that and not this game?
Yeah.
Why?
I just told you, Gears and Pop.
If I want
Although
to
for Nick,
Wait,
it's
hold
just
on.
Gears.
But I'm just asking Nick.
if I
no
want to play a
interest?
game,
Yeah.
I'm playing on my Switch
Hmm.
or my computer.
You can get Shadow Pistol Dungeon for your computer. How do you feel now?
I'm still not playing it.
Why not?
Checkmate.
I'm not going to touch it.
Just curious, like,
Out of principle to annoy you, I'm not
Oh.
going to play it.
okay, well, that's unfortunate.
That's savage.
I'm not annoyed. I'm just more sad.
It's good
You're
enough
sad
for
that
me.
he's missing out on the experience.
Good enough
No,
for me.
yeah, I want him to try it out, see what he thinks of it.
Nick's too addicted to Fire Emblem. He won't
Yeah,
play
that's
anything
very
else.
true.
Sure.
Even while playing other things, I play Fire
Yeah,
Emblem.
when we like queue for games, and I could just hear this guy hear this character's yeah, and I was like, oh, Nick's play Fire Emblem again.
Yeah. It's an amazing game.
It is.
Guess I'll go.
Yeah, might as well just transition into that.
playing
What have
Fi-
you been playing?
Fire Emblem
Fire-
Three Houses. I can't stop playing it. Almost done my Golden Deer run, and I think it's better than my Crimson Flower run.
What do you mean better?
Called? I'm drinking a lot more like the
Did
whole.
you just call it Crimson Flower?
Is that what it's called?
Black Eagles?
The route, because there's like
There's like a name for
the first
okay.
half. Every route is White Clouds, and then it gets like
Okay.
for Golden Deer, it's Verdant Winds. I think for Black Eagles, it's Crimson
Yeah,
Flower.
the routes usually have
Okay.
names.
Then I think for Church Row, it's Snowflower, or something snow.
I thought you were confusing Black Eagles with Crimson Flower, and I was like, wait,
No,
what?
and then Blue
Okay.
Lions has their own name. I don't remember, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's the Verdant Winds story with Claude and the Golden Deer and all that, and I'm liking it a lot better than the Black Eagle one.
When you told me that surprised me a lot not because I doubt how good the Golden Deer path is, but just the Crimson Flower path was so well done. Like the story was great that I was like, damn, this if it's this good, this has got to be like one of the top playthroughs. So the fact that you're having more fun with Golden Deer really surprised me and gets me excited.
Like Bailguard will still be my favorite. I love her as a character, but like Claude and Golden Deer like house, I love every single one of those characters except Ignatz. Ignatz can go fuck himself.
Did you trade him at all?
No, well you kind of have to train him because like the game makes you train him. So I like put him like bow whatever. Like go do your own fucking thing, buddy. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
I'm
I'm never gonna use you.
Wow.
I have to
Why
use him
don't you like
during his paralog mission, which is like if he dies, you fail. And he was like level 8 and like a level 20 mission. I was like,
You hide back
Fuck.
here. Let the big boys do
Yeah.
the work.
very much. Even
Oh,
like all
man.
the characters, like even like because I'm playing on hard difficulty, the game's a lot more enjoyable, like the battle stuff.
Yeah.
But the paralogs in Golden Deer Route are a lot more fun than they were in the Black Eagle. Because like recruited more people. The more like every character has their own like kind of paralog thing, but sometimes they link up other characters.
Yeah, I remember that in the Black Eagle playlist. Who was it? It was
I know Dorothea and Ingrid have
that's the one. Yeah, Dorothy and Ingrid.
So like other houses have their own paralogs, like the character together. Like one of them, there's Ferdinand and Lysithea
Okay.
and have paralog together. But I think these paralogs only happen depending on like the route you choose and the characters you recruit.
Yeah, you probably have to have them both on your side
Yeah,
for it to
so
work.
I was like, these battles are a lot more interesting, and like the boss fights, some of the boss fights in the Golden Deer paralog battles are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm not gonna spoil them for you, but like, oh my god, they were fucking tough. They
Yeah.
were good.
Yeah, paralog missions were by far the best of the side
So why don't you like
missions.
this Ignaz guy?
Okay, so Golden Deer, their units. He's a great. I shouldn't say he's like useless. He's good, like story character. Like his character is great, but he's just a terrible unit.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why he's a terrible unit is because he's good at bows and lance.
Sure. Weird
But
combo, but you know.
But in Golden Deer, you have other characters that I can do bow and lance way better than he can. Like Claude is a way better bow user. So is Leonie. She's a better bow and lance user. Lauren's a better lance user than Ignatz is. So to have, and you can recruit better lance users in the game.
Sure.
So the point, Ignatz just feels like a redundancy for some reason. Like I just don't feel any use having him in the battlefield.
He doesn't have any specializations or anything.
No, he's kind of
unique
useless
about
in the
him.
battle.
Does he have a crest?
No, because he's a commoner
He's
in the
literally
game.
just useless.
Yeah. Well, most of the Golden Deer players are
That's true.
commoners.
Yeah, so
Only
they wouldn't
like
have them.
noble ones are Claude, Hilda, and Lorenz.
Okay.
Oh no, Marianne's kind of noble-ish. She was adopted though, but she's still a noble, sort of. Yeah.
But she wouldn't have the crest.
She has a crest.
She was adopted.
She has a crest
You
though.
can be adopted
Damn.
into number.
But she doesn't.
No, but the crest
so-
is passed down.
no,
passed down
she's-
through.
She's
DNA.
not. She's not born noble. She's adopted into noble family because of reasons. But her crest is. You have to find out for yourself.
Okay.
No, you have to
I
find out for
appreciate
yourself.
you not spoiling.
It's actually really good.
Okay.
But yeah, like the game's just so good. There's more DLC on the way with like all these other options.
Yeah,
like,
they just I don't know if it was leaked or
I'm
whatever.
pretty sure
but
it
like
was leaked.
yeah, wave 3 and 4, which are the final 2 waves of DLC, got shown in pretty specific detail
Yeah.
about what we're getting over the course of the next few months.
Like,
So
we can finally pet the cats and dogs in
Yes,
the monastery.
biggest thing
about
ever. Dude, that
time.
annoyed me so much every time I see his animals and I can't interact with them.
We can go to a sauna with our students now. So you can.
If tea time wasn't weird enough, go to the sauna with underage students. That's fine. That's
They're
okay.
gonna make Jaritza a playable character only on
Yeah.
certain routes. I can kind of figure out what routes those will be.
Yeah.
Or
Anna.
the certain character you need for that to happen. I already kind of know that.
They're bringing Anna back again.
Yeah, Anna.
She's in like every Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Have you played a Fire Emblem game?
Yeah, I played.
You know, like the redhead shopkeep. She runs like the
Been
shops.
so
Okay,
long.
she has like a specialty store in like every single,
Okay.
or not every single, but a lot of the Fire
I
Emblem
played-
games.
I think the one on the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, I don't know if she
Dawn
was
was.
in that one or not, but anyways, they're bringing her
Radiant
back
Sun,
again.
maybe.
Yeah. I also made my Byleth like completely overpowered. So I can literally there's an ability that if you train your faith enough on characters, you get the ability to warp people. Literally warp my Byleth in the middle of a bunch of enemies and just like wait there and they just all run into
Just
me
let
and die.
them commit suicide.
Yeah,
into
they
you.
just all run into me and
Yeah.
die. It's just like so I use because you can get these little items that like boost your stats, and I use every single one on my character.
Wow, you're so greedy.
Well, I mean
The
like
best way to win.
It's true.
well if you play on classic difficulty, the way you like immediately lose the game is if your character dies.
That's true.
So if you basically just soup up your own character
your
and
character's
just
never
drop
gonna
him in, it's
die.
like well good fucking luck everybody else.
Yeah.
What happens when you lose? What is that?
Well, in casual, when you lose, like if your units die in battle, like they just get like resuscitated at the end of the match or in the battle, and they're fine to go. But in classic, if they die,
No, like
they die.
your main character.
The main character who dies is
It'll force you to use Divine Pulse. which is,
no
like, the backtrack.
in casual on some battles the conditions are if every unit falls, you lose. Even if your character falls, you can still keep
Okay,
fighting
because I
on.
died once or twice in what's the one I'm playing?
Usually
I'm
story
playing
mi-
in the normal one. Where if you-
Usually story missions will say conditions for failure if Byleth
Yeah.
falls, but if you play like a side battle, it says if all units fall. So Byleth can still fall in a side battle, and you can still continue on.
But then what happens for the rest of the story?
No, this is in casual.
Oh, sorry.
Casual,
I
not
thought
not not classic.
I thought
This
you meant
is casual.
classic. I was like, but he's the
No,
main
In
character.
in classic, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure
Yeah.
if Violet falls at all
It
at any
forces you to
point,
use Divine Pulse, which is like the backtrack mechanic. And if you're out of that, I think it just like restarts the
yeah,
mission.
I've actually just like quite a bit in hard difficulty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see it being useful.
And-
In normal, I didn't really need it, but we both know normal
and the
was
gambits are
relatively
a
easy.
lot more useful in hard than they were in normal. Normal, you can just like go around not use gambits at all.
Yeah, I used them a little bit in like the early chapters just because I was like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
new mechanic. This is fun. And then later on, I was like, these are just doing less damage, and I don't need the CC on these guys because I can just one shot them with all my characters. So I just didn't bother using
they're
a lot of them.
they're a hell of a lot more useful than
I'm glad because they're a
hard.
really cool mechanic. So I'm
They're-
happy
yeah.
they're useful.
Is there a difficulty beyond hard?
They added in maddening recently, and it's apparently stupidly hard. One person I think took like 60 plus turns to do one fight and still lost.
Damn.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that there might be another difficulty because they've added like 2 or 3 beyond hard in other games.
Yeah.
So
So, but I probably won't go anywhere past hard.
no, I'm. No
I think
thanks.
maddening will be too mad.
You'd
for
have to
me.
like play it absolutely perfect. You'd have to be like you could not waste a single lesson in a skill you don't need. Like you'd have to play perfect both on and off the battlefield, and that'd
Also,
be tough.
even in
It'd be a lot of
hard,
grinding.
you know how you have the weapons that do more damage to certain units?
Yeah,
Like even those like matter a lot more in hard.
matching up with like bows against
Yeah.
flyers and
Even getting like the hammers against armored units and like the rapier.
dude, the mace was such a clutch weapon
Yeah.
for me.
Dude, the freaking rapier is the best weapon you have for a sword person. Because it does extra damage against armored and cavalry.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so like it's broken.
Yeah, 2 different units. Especially because cavalry is like one of the best.
Also,
units in the game.
the Levin sword, the Levine sword, the
Yeah.
magical sword is dope.
Yeah.
So good.
I used it only a little bit in this game. I used it a lot more in Awakening because like your main character
Yeah.
is like that. But yeah, that weapon's freaking awesome.
All right. And then, do you have anything specific to talk about before we go into what we both played this weekend?
I do, but I don't. Do you want me to say that first, and then we'll talk about
Sure.
the combo thing? So there was all this hype coming out on Friday with this new Legend of Zelda game coming out, Link's Awakening. You know, launch. Everyone's talking about getting it. I'm sitting here like, I can't afford it. So I did what any person under a budget would do, and I went to my free games on my Nintendo Switch and started playing A Link to the Past because this guy's been trying to get me to play for a while, and I'm sure you know, like you go anywhere on the internet and everyone says like it's one of, if not the best Zelda game, and like it's a must play for anyone for the series. So I haven't played very many Zelda games, so I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll try it. It's a lot of freaking fun.
So good.
So one thing you asked about the CRT, like saying that's a proper way to play it. So they have like a filter that you can put on that gives it like that CRT look. You can also play it in pixel perfect mode, which makes the screen a little smaller than what it is, or you can play in
Stretch, probably.
like stretch like 4:3 or whatever. I'm just playing in 4:3 because it's the
Yeah,
biggest one, and
I
I
would
don't
too.
think it makes it look like I looked at Pixel Perfect just to see, and I mean, maybe the pixels looked a tiny bit cleaner, but like it's still
Sure.
a pixely game, right? It's still a SNES game. And then CRT was cool for the sake of looking at it, but I'm like, no thanks. I've
Yep.
seen the light in modern TVs. I
Mhm.
don't need to go back to that. So it's funny because the very first Legend of Zelda game I actually beat from start to finish, not played but beat, was A Link Between Worlds, which was kind of like not a remake but like a reimagining of Link to the Past.
Like a spiritual successor type.
Yeah. So going through this game, I'm having that like the nostalgia and the memories of people who probably played Link Between Worlds after playing Link to the Past and seeing all of the similarities. The dungeons are fantastic. I'm almost done them all. You know when you have to collect the 7 crystals?
Yeah.
I have 3 left. I'm almost done the 5th dungeon, and then I still have 2 more, and then I'm sure there's like a boss dungeon or something. But all the dungeons are really unique and creative, and they usually introduce like a new item that you have to use for that dungeon, which also then progresses how you can get like traverse through the world. So it's keeping it fresh every time. The whole thing with the 2 different worlds, the light and the dark world, really cool. I mean, I was already used to that mechanic in Link Between Worlds, but it's just really cool to see a game like in like the early 90s that was doing a mechanic like that. The only issue I have with the game is you can only attack in 4 directions. And again, I can't like blame it. This game is super old, but goddamn, it's frustrating sometimes because like when you swing your sword, it comes out on like an angle, but I feel like the hitbox on the sword is like not accurate to the actual like I'll swing through enemies and not hit them, and other times I'll like clip enemies that I don't think I hit. So it's not like perfect. So there's a lot of times where I'll be like trying to like fight guys and they'll be coming and I'll try and turn and it's a little more blocky than smooth combat, but again, this is what you expect from a game from back then.
Both have their pros and cons. Like
What being able to do like
free movement versus like locked 4 directional movement,
Yeah.
like omnidirectional.
What would you say a pro is to the 4 directional?
I don't know if you like being like micro intensive, like frame switching directions and frames and attacking, like that's your kind of thing. Like if you want to turn around and swing on a frame, you can do that.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess part of it's also because I'm using the joystick. I probably should just use the D-pad.
How are you playing with the joystick?
Yeah, that's probably why it's so
That
difficult
might.
for you.
I'm just thinking about it now. I'm like, you know what? That's probably why I'm having.
The Z, like, I never play the game with joystick. I always a D-pad.
Yeah, because I'm just using my Pro controller.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You'd probably do a lot better. If
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I'm probably screwing myself.
Any game that requires precision and direction, you should probably be.
This is probably why I'm screwing up. All right, I'm starting to put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like an enemy will come and I'll just like slide the stick up, and like sometimes it's just like I just like, oh fuck sakes, I'm taking like random hits from enemies, like going through the dungeons and just like losing health that I shouldn't. Which, by the way, the low health sound has got to be one of the most annoying freaking sounds ever.
How does it sound?
It's just a loud ping that never stops, and it's like such a loud, annoying ping sound. And I understand it's trying to warn you, but it's like, oh my! Like there's times where I literally had to like crank my volume down because I'm like, okay, I'm halfway through the dungeon. I don't have health. I don't have a potion on me.
You have it on a big TV?
Yeah,
that's sick.
I'm playing.
Not playing it on handheld?
No, because I got it on the Switch. I just have it docked.
That's cool.
Yeah, so maybe I'll use the D-pad. Maybe that'll fix some of the
issues. Probably help you a little.
Do you use your stick in platformers? You probably shouldn't.
I played Celeste with the stick.
I think Celeste wasn't designed with a stick in mind.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I thought it was.
I had no trouble using the stick in Celeste. It felt extremely comfortable.
Well, okay. The only reason I say that is because D-pad is more directionally accurate.
No, it's true. I didn't even think about that until as soon as I started talking to you about it, I was like, oh yeah.
It's called directional pad for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Well, as you can tell, I'm a noob, so here we are. Yeah, I'm loving it. One feature that they added with the remake that you obviously didn't have back in the day is the ability to create your own save spots.
Can you create multiple of them as well?
Yes.
That's so sick.
And the ability to rewind.
That's also
awesome. At any time you can hold down the triggers.
Yeah.
And it freezes, and then you can go like second by second and backtrack, and it shows you like a screen cap of what the situation was like, and you can go back quite a while.
It's pretty.
And then load in right there, perfectly seamless. So if you like screw up and you're like, okay, I don't want to have to like redo all this. Quick rewind. And then the save thing. I'm trying not to abuse these to the point where I make the game like super easy, but the one time I use the save is always before a boss, because maybe it's just part of the difficulty of the game, but when you die to a boss, you have to rerun the whole dungeon.
Yeah.
Obviously, all the mechanics you've done to unlock the paths and all of the doors are all completed, but you still have to rerun it, and all the enemies refresh. So you have to go and clear all these rooms that you just cleared. And maybe people can argue that's part of the difficulty, but to me, it's just like, it's tedious. If you like, I usually die at least once or twice when I'm figuring out the mechanic of some of the bosses if it's not completely obvious, and I don't want to have to just like rerun and kill a whole bunch of ads that I've already done. It just, to me, seems like a waste of time, and I'm not here to like fully challenge myself. I just want to experience the game. So I'll save before bosses. I don't use the rewind during bosses because I want to make the boss fights like a 1-through to at least challenge myself. But I will rewind if I'm like in a dungeon and like just do something like really stupid and like fall off a ledge or like just take a hit that I easily shouldn't have done or something. I'll be like, fuck it, rewind real quick. But so it's nice to have that. And yeah, the game's awesome. I can definitely see why people consider this such a good Legend of Zelda game.
It looks good too.
Yeah,
which is one of my favorite things about this game.
It holds up for sure. Like
I think Link to the Past kind of set the like the art style for Zelda to come for a while.
Somewhat, yeah.
until
yeah.
they ventured into the.
But then like
3D.
they kind of broke it with Wind Waker a little bit.
Yeah.
But then
Even
Twilight Princess
yes,
like got
even
a little
Twilight
more
Princess. Yeah.
to the gritty and
Yeah,
darker
yeah.
side. Then they went back to light and fruity with
Twilight. Have you played Twilight Princess?
No.
Have you played
So-
Twilight Princess?
yeah.
It's a good game.
I've
It
beat
was a great game.
Link Between Worlds.
Yeah.
And Breath of the Wild. Those are the only two I've actually finished.
Mm.
I've played.
He's
Ocarina
just
of
shaking
Time.
his head over there.
Hey, I'm working
Hey,
on
man,
it. I'm
don't
talking
worry,
about playing
I'm-
one right now. I'm working on it.
I went back to the second, like A Link Between Worlds, the one on the 3DS.
Yeah.
The first one you beat start to finish.
Yes.
That
Unlucky.
amazes me.
Yeah. And the funny thing
You
is,
own an N64,
and
right?
a GameCube. I never owned any of the Legend of Zelda games. I always played them at friends' houses.
Yeah.
That's so.
I don't know why. Like I played Ocarina of Time and
Guys
Majora's
been,
Mask.
like trying to play fucking Resident Evil 4 multiple
Dude,
times.
Resident Evil 4 was
over
sick.
Legend
I
of
beat that game
Zelda
like 8
shit.
times on the friggin'
Yeah, it's
GameCube.
not
That
Legend
game's
of Zelda.
amazing.
One of the best games of all time, I think.
Thank you.
It's in my top.
It's actually
10,
a
probably.
masterpiece.
Well, we gotta talk to you about games in a second.
Yes, we
Shaman.
do.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, that was the very first one I beat. But I'm working on it. I'm starting to like. I love the games, and I didn't not beat them because of any like
Yeah.
dislike for them. I just didn't have them. So slowly but surely, I'm working on it, and I hope to have this one done in the next couple days. I'm currently stuck at the end of one of the dungeons, and I don't know what to do.
You know
and
what?
It's frustrating.
You said the ice dungeon, right?
Don't tell me. I refuse to look up guides or receive outside
You know
help.
the dungeon that was in the Dark World Village?
Yes, that's the one I just did.
That one I got stuck on that one for 5 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
What part?
5 years.
Well, no,
That's
why?
a long time.
Because I played it when I was younger, and then I just gave up. I guess I forgot about it. And 5 years later, I kind of opened it up. I'm like, oh, I'm here. And I figured it out within seconds.
Nice.
What part do you remember?
I don't know. I don't remember. But
That's fantastic.
figured it out within seconds. I would beat the game for rest of the day.
Sometimes you need that like mental
you
break.
in that level in Celeste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need 5 years of like.
Yeah, sometimes you see
stuff.
5 years of just mental break from the game, you know?
That's what will happen when you go back to Portal 2. The part you're stuck at.
I'm restarting Portal 2.
Are you?
I feel like I need to.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
do.
touched that game since like 2013.
You do.
So, but yeah, I've been playing that, and other than that, I've been playing something that both of us have been playing.
Have you played Four Swords?
Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played?
The only Zelda game I've never played
Yeah.
was Skyward Sword
Okay.
and Link Between Worlds. I've played everything else.
You've played the one where you have to connect with 4 people?
Do you play
I'm
the
jealous.
Seasons ones that were on the Game Boy?
I played Ages, not Seasons.
Okay, I played that game too. Never beat it.
You know, we
I
should-
actually own that game too.
I beat Ages.
I got stuck.
I beat Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons.
Which one was blue? Which one was red?
Seasons was red, or Ages was blue.
I had Ages.
What's the connect one called? Or the one where you would connect with 4 people? Was it
Was
called
that a Game
Four
Boy
Swords?
one?
4 Swords.
Okay. I've never played Four Swords, but we should get emulators and play co-op 4-player Four Swords.
Will the emulators support?
I played
online
the
co-op?
Yeah.
the version I gave you for the Game Boy one had Link to the Past and 4 Swords on it. There was also another 4 Swords game for the GameCube where you could like have
Interesting. I didn't know that.
remember that little connector thing you could hook up from GameCube to Game Boy?
Yeah.
You could hook that up to your Game Boy up to the GameCube and play with your Game Boy as your controller. But when you enter like a cave or a house like on the map,
Sure.
it would pop up on your Game Boy screen as like the inside area, but you still see outside area what's going on.
That's sick.
So you can
That's
have like
pretty cool.
one guy go inside a room on their Game Boy, like what they're doing inside the house,
Yeah.
and everybody else still uses the TV, see what there's going on.
Damn, that's pretty sick. I love
Actually-
when they used to do that with like they had it with Pokemon as well. Where you could
Nintendo was
play it.
so outside of the box.
Yeah,
It's
Me
just
and my
great stuff.
brother played the shit out of that game. We beat it so many times,
yeah,
and we used our Game Boys to play because it was so cool. You could like use your Game Boy for inside rooms and like
yeah.
all that.
They've always been good at doing like random stuff that a lot of it pays off. A lot of it's really cool. So
Power Glove.
Hmm?
Power Glove.
Power Glove.
The Power Glove accessory you get for your Nintendo stuff. They've made some weird shit in the
I don't know
past,
if I
man.
remember that thing.
Then they had Virtual Boy, which was their VR.
Masterpiece. Way ahead of their time. I used to play
It was not
Mario Tennis.
Masterpiece.
It was not anywhere
it was so
near.
realistic. It was like the tennis ball was coming at your face. I was like, yeah.
Because of that, it's a masterpiece.
Yep.
No.
Okay.
No.
Shall we move on to the game that we both played?
Yes. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Nice.
Did I say that right?
You put a number in that doesn't belong, but
Oh no,
close enough.
sorry. But we played Modern Warfare over the weekend.
Finally, the beta was released for people who
Oh, yeah.
haven't pre-ordered the
Yeah,
game
yeah, yeah.
or and aren't on PS4.
So it was the
Damn.
cross-play beta that
Yeah.
happened this weekend. So this game is cross-play between every console, well, except for Switch, because
It's not on Switch.
yeah,
I've seen COD on Nintendo systems.
yeah, and PC, and it was pretty cool. Like you could log into the lobby and like you can see it down the lobby list, like who's playing on PC or console and who's using what controller method.
Yeah, so it tells you like if PC users on mouse, keyboard, or controller. We even saw somebody on PlayStation using a mouse, and it tell you have to like select your input before you join up, and it shows. So that was really cool. New engine finally. That is like we have been asking for this for years, and damn, it actually looks and sounds so nice, and
Mhm.
finally feels like a game that belongs in 2019. Like even just looking back at Black Ops 4 and looking at this game, it's like night and day
Yeah.
with the new engine.
Oh, it's great.
It runs so well.
Matchmaking doesn't run so well in the beta.
Yeah, there's like a matchmaking glitch where like every like couple games it'll just like infinitely be loading you, but not actually be connecting you to anything.
Yeah.
So you have to back out and reload. But those are things that'll obviously
So-
get patched before the game.
If you've played a Call of Duty before, it plays just like that, but with like all new bells and whistles, a little bit. There's no more dolphin diving. So
Thank
like,
God.
well, now people can just sprint and drop shot you from sprinting.
Yeah, but I don't think the drop shot's that good. It's pretty slow.
It's
It's annoying if you're not ready to aim at them, but like their actual drop motion isn't too.
The sprinting and then the tactical sprint are pretty cool. So you could like do your normal sprint, which I think is infinite in this game, but you can do a tactical sprint, which is faster but shorter. But you can't ready your gun as fast.
Yeah, you hold your gun up, so you
Yeah.
you have to like bring it back down before it centers on the screen.
Melee is still like a 2-shot kill, so not one hit kill. But you melee with like the butt of your gun. That's why you can get a faster melee attachment on some guns. You can like just spam the melee button and you like fly with your hands.
It looks stupid.
I think I showed it in front of Brad. I put it on one game. I just kept pressing it. I was going really fast. I'm like, hey Brad, come like this. See how fast I go. I just like
his character's arms
spaz-
are just doing this. And it's just like the gun just rapid fire. Shroud actually had a clip of him. He was playing Ground War, which is like their take on Battlefield, basically. And he ran in behind like 6 enemies who were holding a choke, and they didn't see him. He had his pistol, and he was just like, and just literally beat all of them up in like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
it was
what the fuck?
hilarious. Yeah, shooting feels like good, like Call of Duty would feel like.
Time to kill feels pretty good too.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as bad. The spawns are still shit, but it's gonna probably happen.
New engine, same spawns.
The maps they showed in the beta, I liked half of them, hated the other half. I did not like the cave map at all.
For me, the thing with the cave map was the lighting that bothered me the most. I felt like I couldn't see half the people in the cave.
It was the
properly.
fact that the cave was so dark and weird and had so many different weird angles, and then outside the cave was like there were like a million different levels of elevation to like beyond, like you didn't know where the hell to look. I was
You were
like, this
getting
map
shot
is
from,
just
like 10 different heights.
so dumb. And then I can't remember the other map I didn't like, but the freaking the map of the garage and that British place. I hate that one so much because like the one spawn, there's only 2 exits to get out of, and the other spawn has like 3 or 4 to get around with. I'm just like, this makes no sense. It's like there's 2 choke points on one side and like 3 or 4 on the other. There's no balance there. So like if you get stuck on the 2 choke point spawn, you have 2 directions to go. And you can't go anywhere. You can go a third direction that brings you up above on a roof, but you're so exposed that like, what's the point?
Yeah.
You're spoiled.
Me, I'm spoiled.
2019 maps. I remember a time where you had to fight your way out of being spawn trapped. It was a grueling war, dying again and again and again.
You can't fight your way out of a Call of Duty spawn trap. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, maybe not COD, but
Especially when they like set a Harrier on top of your spawn.
Yeah.
true.
Fucking bullshit.
Or white phosphorus lit on the top of the map.
Yeah, white phosphorus is crazy in this game.
I don't know what that is.
Basically just like
It's like-
poisonous gas that just
Yeah, it
you
just
drop it
burn-
on the entire map, and the
and
enemy
it
team just is
burns.
constantly taking damage.
It's ridiculous. My
It's
brother got
insane.
it like 3 or 4 times in a night, and it's like the entire map is just like white smoke everywhere. You can barely see, they can barely see, and like they just die. And it's like you try to find someone, like, oh, they're dead already.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Your brother was putting us to shame.
I don't care.
I don't know if it's probably I think I've just gotten like way worse at COD than when I used to play it all the time, which I mean makes
Playing
sense.
with
but
controller.
yeah.
Yeah, that explains it.
I'm better on a controller.
He's
than
better
I
on a
was.
controller. He is. He actually is. It doesn't make much
Okay.
sense, but he is.
You're still bad.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting
Alex
at.
was carrying us like
He
every
just
game. Andre held his own occasionally, and you and I would each have like an occasional good game. But
Yeah.
a lot of the time we were chilling
the
at the
thing
bottom.
is like he spends a lot of time. He
He
spent
played
a
a lot
lot
of
of time
CS, right?
playing CS:GO.
Yeah.
Moved to Rainbow Six Siege.
So he's
Yeah.
been playing shooters for quite some time.
Like not even like the casual shooter like COD or Battlefield, but like high intensive shooters that are like CS:GO and
Whereas
Siege.
we
so
don't really play them as much or
How
as
is he-
competitive.
How easy is it to turn on someone?
does he turn on someone?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's my
like,
problem with COD. It's usually
Once you
the first person to acquire target is usually the one who gets
The
the kill.
time to kill is decently low, I would say, as is with most COD games. I mean, if the guy's got a bad shot, you could turn on him.
Mm.
But if he's got a fully automatic on you in close range, you probably aren't going to be able to 180 before you're dead.
yeah. I'm also really enjoying sniping in this game.
Yeah, sniping doesn't feel
Why?
as busted with
I
like
don't-
quick scoping and
I just enjoy it. Like I just like setting up. I like finding a choke point that the enemies are gonna run through, or
Yeah.
like a defend. Like look over an objective and just watch it.
you actually snipe instead of running around
Yeah,
quick scoping
I just
people.
I don't do custom. I just kind of hold a point.
Can you still?
I haven't tried it, but we were talking with Joe's work buddy Chris. He was playing. He's really big into COD, and he was saying that the quick scoping is like you can do it, but it's a lot harder than back in the MW
come?
and MW2 days.
Any insight into the mechanics of the
I
thing?
don't think he really explained it, and if he did, I didn't retain that information. But he had just said like the way the scoping is with the actual sniper scopes. I think you still can with ACOG, but with the actual sniping scopes, it's not as
Sure.
efficient to do it. But the snipers are strong now as like a counterbalance to them. Like a lot of them are one tap body shots.
Yeah. Like the one I was using, there was one point playing headquarters, and the enemies kept spawning in one certain spot, and they come around this corner to like escape where they're spawning from. I just lined my sights up that one corner, shot, kill, reload, kill, reload.
Nice.
But I'm okay with snipers being a one shot body shot
Sure,
if you
yeah.
can't just run around like a freaking
Yeah.
goof, just like popping people with like auto aim from the quick scoping thing, right? So if the snipers are actually going to play like a sniper, then I'm okay with
Yeah.
them being able to actually have that much damage.
So like COD 4, the MP5 is king.
Yep.
The MP5 is disgusting. It is so fucking good. AWS SMG feels like trash compared to it.
I was really hoping the AUG was going to feel good. It does.
The
not.
AUG felt good when I tried it on like the base class. Like when you first get those like or pre-made classes, I tried
Yeah.
the AUG one out. It didn't feel bad, but then when I got it in my own AUG, I was just like, why does it feel bad
I
now?
felt like I was getting hit markers
yeah,
and was never getting
it only
a
has
kill.
25 round mag too.
Yeah. So I just switched back to the MP5.
And the M4A1 seems to be the king of the assault rifles right now.
Yeah.
LMGs I haven't had much time with, like really like try them out. Shotguns feel funny, like they either kill someone or don't.
Like Gears of War.
Yeah, it's like it's RNG.
I don't. You mentioned spawns flipping.
Spawns suck.
I
But
feel
they
like that. I
always
feel like
do.
they need to flip though.
No, but like no. Here's what happened. We were playing headquarters one game. Literally, we disabled the headquarters, and enemy team spawned right beside us. I'm not kidding, like literally right beside us. My brother jumped down from the window.
And all 6 of them were there.
All of them were there. He walked right into 6 people.
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
that should not happen.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
it is COD, so you
it's-
expect stuff like that.
yeah, the game moving that fast, like the spawns are bound to be out of whack.
Ground War is pretty cool.
Ground War.
It's essentially Conquest from Battlefield. So
yeah,
you've got like 5 points throughout the map. You have ATVs. You have a couple tanks,
yeah, helicopter.
helicopters. The vehicle amount isn't to scale as Battlefield, nor is the map
Yeah.
size.
Sure.
But it's the closest COD has ever had to a Battlefield
Do you get to
game mode.
fly or drive them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tanks don't feel too strong. Like they don't feel like friggin' World at War strength. Do you remember how broken tanks were in World at
Yeah,
War?
that was dumb.
That was dumb. So they feel balanced. The only gripe I have with this game mode, and I mean, it's the way it's going to be played, and it's the exact same thing that happens in Battlefield, is that a lot of times it ends up being like both teams get in this standstill, and they find this one like choke on the map, and it's just like 10 people, 20 people in each room just throwing grenades and shooting down, and there's no progress being made.
It's a
And it's
battle
like that
of
for,
wills
like-
at that point.
Yeah, and I can't stand playing like that.
I love that. I love being the dude who breaks that. looking for creative ways to undermine the enemy.
Yeah, but half the time
position.
I'm just getting picked off.
Then you try again in a different manner.
I don't have the patience for it.
Mm.
I was playing it before, and like there was this choke on a bridge, and nades were just coming in, like 20 people shooting down each side. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna run around, and there were like 5 snipers just posted, and I was just getting picked every time I tried to like flank, and I'm like, okay,
I
can't
like
do
that
this.
because it makes me think about like the map state and what I have to do to break the map state. That's what I like in my shooters.
Yeah, I get it. It's just like there's such a big map. Why are we all right here? Can
Yeah.
we just disperse and enjoy the map a little bit? But some people love that, like you said, you do. So I mean, if you're into that kind of play style, or if you like Battlefield Conquest but you want to play COD, like this is the game mode for you, and it's nice that they offer that. But I prefer the 6v6, or they even have 10v10 of
Yeah.
like domination and
I had-
headquarters and
yeah.
stuff like
True,
that, which feels
true.
pretty nice.
Which mentioned the new.
Was there any competitive or rank that you guys played?
No, but there's a new game mode called Cyber Attack.
Which is really freaking.
Do you remember
cool.
Sabotage from Call of Duty at all? We had the one single bomb that each team could fight over, and each team had 1 point to plant on.
Think of Neutral Bomb in Halo.
Okay,
Neutral
I
and
feel like I
Halo.
do remember Sabotage.
So
though.
Neutral Bomb and Halo had the 1 bomb, but each team had their own
Yeah.
plant places. So it's like that, but you have 1 life during each round, like
Yeah.
Search and Destroy does.
Okay.
But you can respawn. You can revive your own teammates.
Mm.
So it starts off 66. Say it goes down to like a 4v2. The 2 players can somehow manage to respawn 2 of the other teammates. It becomes a 4v4 again. Also, the plant and defuse times for the bomb are really quick.
Yeah,
So you
way lower than.
but it
Surge.
also takes like a long time to blow up, like 30 seconds compared to like a 2-second
Sure.
defuse,
Yeah.
something like that. So it gets things moving fast. So like you can go plant the bomb as a distraction if
And
you're
then
like the one
revive your team.
person, and then
Yeah.
revive your team, stuff like that. So there's a lot of like ways you can get around the mode. I think it's a really cool mode. I enjoyed it, and
Wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the modes that's picked up in the competitive scene.
maybe
It
we'll
seems
see.
like it's geared towards that kind of audience.
Yeah.
Speaking of competitive, any insight into how that might play out? How do you think
It's
that
supposed
meta
to
is going
be-
to look like?
It's supposed to go like the Imagine like it'll be based on the beta, it'll be MP5s, M4A1s.
I'm more talking about the pace of the game.
Oh, I don't know.
Any idea?
No.
Okay.
I don't care. It's Call of
I haven't
Competitive.
watched much
Call of
competitive
Competitive is a shit show.
I mean, not from watching, just any insight into how the game will play competitively, from playing it.
Not really.
Okay.
I feel like I'd just be talking out my ass if I gave an opinion. I don't really have like
Sure.
a strong opinion on it. But the beta felt really good. I will say that
Yeah,
for anyone who
I-
hasn't played COD in a
There's
few years.
one new thing that I don't know. I don't think it was in Black Ops 4 because I didn't play it, but you can edit your classes while in game.
Yes.
That's a good.
So you
So
can
you
like
unlock a new
thing.
attachment. It's like I don't have to wait for the end of the game
Yeah.
to put
Yeah.
this on.
It's really cool. You can also like edit. I think you can edit your field upgrade, which is these things that you get over time and do certain things. Like you can get a munitions box, which drops ammo for you to pick up. You can drop the pullable cover. You get stopping power rounds. You get a recon drone, and it's not a kill streak. It's something you just get. So
Yeah.
you can like after 30 or 40 seconds, whatever, of like fighting, maybe doing objectives, killing enemies, you can get it. You drop it, get more ammo.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like
it is a
some
cool
of them,
thing.
I think stopping power rounds might be like most people's choice because
Sure.
it's extra damage. Because why the hell not?
Everyone loves a bit more of a kick from their
Um,
bullets.
kill streaks feel okay. I don't understand the personal radar thing, kill streak, very well.
I haven't used it. I just shoot them down. All the time.
I don't get it at all. UAVs are UAVs.
What's a personal radar?
It's supposed to be like your own personal UAV, but not in the same sense. You know how UAV, like you'll scan over the map and reveal the red dots? Personal radar doesn't reveal red dots in the minimap. You have a compass at the top of your screen now,
Yeah.
and it shows red dots there.
Oh, okay.
But I just don't like. It'll show like 6 red dots. I'm like, cool, they're all in front of me. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, until you're close enough to actually
I'm sure-
see where they are.
I'm sure there might be a use
When
for
you
it.
get when you get more used to the map, you'll probably have a better
Yeah,
idea. Of
maybe,
like,
I
where those
just-
people are.
I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't really care.
Fair.
But yeah, I did really enjoy the crossplay open beta. It was cool. Like it's still surreal to me to like load into a game and see someone using a PlayStation, someone using an Xbox, all in the same like lobby.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an interesting feeling.
That
for sure.
is
And
crazy.
it's awesome to see a game like COD, which has such a big influence doing this. And for all the crap I'll give Fortnite, you know, I don't like the game, and we make jokes like about it. They were the ones who really like got this shit going. Like they were one of the first big games to implement this and kind of like start a fire under other companies' asses. Like this is kind of the way it goes. So For all the crap we give it, we can at least thank them for getting this started.
I think Sony couldn't have been like to Activision, but they said no to it. I think Activision came up and be like, "Yeah, we want to do crossplay." If Sony said no to that, I think Sony would be in hot water forever.
Yeah. Well, especially because Sony's got that exclusive deal with them.
Well,
So I feel like
also, but if for Modern Warfare, there's not gonna be any like month long like DLC.
yeah,
drops or
but
whatever,
they
right?
still have like a partnership with
Yeah,
them.
so,
So
like-
that could kind of cause some friction if they refused
Was it like
Activision's
with
claim.
World War II and Black Ops 4 and the one before that, there was all that like PS4 exclusive like you get the DLC for month stuff, right? But all content drops, all game modes, all that hit every system day and date. All
Which it
across.
has to, because if they're going
it's-
crossplay,
yeah.
you can't just like then just separate your whole group.
Yeah,
of
so
players.
that's really good. I know they do because it's crossplay, but it's good to see that is done.
Yeah,
Like get that shit out of here.
it's just all it was just two sets of players missing out on content because of a financial deal that two companies
Yeah.
signed. It didn't benefit anyone.
Yeah, so I'm excited for this Call of Duty. I feel like I'm glad they're going away from all the quote unquote advanced movement stuff, all the crazy sci-fi shit. No more stupid hero powers, which I never thought that belonged in Call of Duty, that hero power stuff or the
Yeah,
hero
operators
characters.
and stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't think it belonged. I think they just saw what Overwatch was doing and got caught on that hype train. I was like, nah, just keep doing your own thing, guys. Just like it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. So
Is this a purchase for you guys?
potentially. Like I didn't enjoy Black Ops 4.
Did you
Uh,
buy it?
Did I?
I don't even remember.
No.
I remember you talked about buying it.
But
I
I'm
can't
glad I
remember if
didn't.
you actually pulled the
I
trigger.
don't think I ever play it.
Yeah.
But with this one being crossplay, I can buy it on a PC. I know people that play it on Xbox and PS4. I can play with them
Yeah.
instead of like having to buy several copies, or like
Yeah.
even like worrying about like, oh, do I have PSN, PS Plus, or do I have Xbox Live
Xbox
Gold?
Live. Yeah.
So it's on PC. Like I just buy the game and I can play with them. So, yeah.
I don't think it'll be a day one for me, just because there are other games I want and I can only afford a certain amount. But probably around Christmas time or shortly into the new year, I'm gonna want to grab it because the multiplayer has sold me on it from this beta, and I've been interested in the campaign since they've been talking about it with, showing the dirty parts of war, and they've got writers who were from Naughty Dog who are working on the story, and Naughty Dog is known to be one of the best companies at
Mhm.
telling a story.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And I've been the select few people who were like disappointed when Black Ops came out and was like, we're not gonna have a campaign, because I love the COD stories. I find them a lot of fun. So I'm definitely gonna be picking up this game at some
The
point.
COD campaigns are like those dumb action movies you can just go and enjoy.
Yeah.
Because it's just like just turn your brain off.
They're better than action
go.
movies. I like the campaigns
But you
better.
know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can go and watch like some brainless action movie and just have fun.
Yeah.
Like it's
And some of them actually were like from a storytelling point, like Black Ops.
first Black
freaking
Ops one was
sick.
great. Yeah,
Crazy reveal.
that was pretty cool.
I might get it. We'll see. My hesitation is
No PC,
well,
no job.
besides that, it's mostly multiplayer based.
You're not big on that?
No, that's where my interest lies mostly.
Well,
Oh,
apparently there's
so
rumors
why
there's
would you-
gonna be a battle royale added to the game later on.
Weird. Interesting.
COD should stop doing Battle Royale as a package. You release a new game every year. BR's like you're just gonna start from the ground
Yeah,
up
I don't
every
know.
year on a new BR. Like look how long PUBG and stuff have been evolving.
PUBG
That's like a whole other
PUBG
thing, but-
Mobile, by the way, is the first mobile BR to hit $1 billion in like revenue or profit.
That's
Ooh.
insane.
So yeah, I don't know because
You need a PC first
okay, well,
and a job
assuming all of that,
and money.
it's
And,
mostly
and to league off your computer so you don't just play League all the time.
it's mostly what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's
You
mostly
said it was like the multiplayer aspect.
yeah. I don't know how much time I have. I don't want to buy this game and then just play casually.
You want to like commit and
I
how
don't.
come you don't want to play casually? Just play a couple hours every now and
I don't think
then?
I've ever really done that with any first-person shooter.
Fair.
I'm pretty sure every FPS I've ever played, I try to get good at,
Yeah,
or just don't play.
that's fair. You just have that competitive bone inside that just kind of
So yeah,
comes out every time you play the shooters.
it's not. I don't know if I have the time. I don't know if I have the drive to get good at it. I don't know if I have the motivation to learn the mechanics and stuff.
Well, if you
So-
ever want to play casual and just have some fun, I'm down to do that. 'Cause I'm past trying to like get good and try hard in shooters. I can't be bothered anymore.
Fair.
The grind inside my mind is just not there anymore. I'm getting old.
Mm.
So we move on to some news.
Batman.
Want to start with Batman?
Batman.
Yeah.
What was it? Batman Day, I guess.
Yeah, on
the
that
other
Sunday.
day, like the 80th anniversary or something.
All the Batman games were free.
Yeah, that's
on
right.
Epic Game Store.
All
yeah.
the well, not all of them.
Not all, every Batman game
The
ever. but-
trilogy, right? Origins
tr-
wasn't free.
Freaking, it was all the Arkham games and all the Lego games.
Are they still? Is it today? Or is it
I have
a thing?
no
I'm
idea.
not sure.
Okay.
We're gonna log on to Epic Game Store and get those.
Yeah.
All right.
And to get the Lego ones because I have all the. Wait, I don't have the Arkham Origins or whatever, the third one.
Yeah, was that part of the deal, or was it just the Rocksteady ones?
Just the Rocksteady ones.
Okay, I thought so.
So which
yeah.
one are the Rocksteady ones?
Asylum, City,
Arkham.
and Night.
Arkham, Asylum, City. Yeah, what he said.
Which one is Night? Night's After City? I don't have
Yeah.
Night.
Yeah, Night's the
Interesting.
one that came out on Xbox One. And
Had the dumb
PS4.
tank stuff.
Was it good?
I still thought it was really good. It did kind of like shove the vehicle mechanic down your throat a little bit and like make it a major part of the
Yes.
game. And you know, almost to a fault where it was really cool at first, but like after a while you're like, okay, can I change it up a little bit? But aside from that, the world was still really cool. Puzzles like City was really good open world, and the storyline was really cool. The only thing was like they had this big reveal about like one of the bad guys, and everyone already knew what it was, but Rocksteady was like, nah, it's not that guy, and then it turned out to be that guy anyway. So people were like,
Oh, was it who the Arkham Knight was?
yeah, don't for his sake,
Yeah.
don't say it. But like
That was kind of obvious.
people were like annoyed. They're like, why'd you lie? We just don't. But anyways, there was like a whole thing with that. But it's a really good game.
I think the Joker stuff was a lot more interesting than what they did with Arkham Knight, the character.
Like the Joker stuff in
Arkham
like
Knight.
even what they did, yeah,
That was a lot more interesting than
that
what
was
they
really
did.
cool. Yeah.
The
Have you
Jo-
played Asylum and City?
I played City.
Okay, you never played Asylum?
Nope.
Man, you should go back and play Asylum.
I haven't.
Asylum's really good.
I've
Like
never
City's amazing, but Asylum, like where it started, right?
Never
It's a
finished
really good
City.
game.
played, unsurprisingly.
No.
Surprisingly.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so Warner Brothers Montreal, who was the team that made Origins, which was like,
Arkham Origins.
yeah, it was I guess
It
a
was
spin-off, but like just the origin of
spin-off
Batman.
/ prequel. How you want to put it?
Still really good. I don't think it held up to the Rocksteady Arkham games, but I still thought Origins was a really good game. But they sent out like a 20 or 30-second teaser with a bunch of images. Like it was just like a Batman logo, but then these images would pop up, and I think there were 4 different images, and everyone's now thinking that this could be a little tease for them to show that they're releasing a new game soon, which would be
Yeah.
nice because we haven't really heard anything from either them or Rocksteady regarding this franchise and whether it's going anywhere. So
So the rumor is for this Batman game is that it's going to be a Court of Owls based story.
No
You know what
way.
that is?
Yeah, I've
I do
seen-
not.
The Court of Owls is basically like a secret society that basically runs Gotham. So think of like Illuminati, but for Gotham based.
Okay, is it
Stuff.
like Penguin and stuff involved? Or is
No,
it people I've never heard of?
people never heard of. Court of Owls is like a secret society. of
Have you read
people.
all of Court of Owls?
No, but I kind of like know-ish.
Okay.
I think they kind of teased it in Arkham City a little bit about there being a court, this court that like kind of controls things.
Okay. Are any of them like villains or are they just people?
I don't know exactly.
Okay.
I don't remember
Interesting.
exactly. But if it does go
Never
on this
mind,
Court
yeah.
of Owls route, it will be really interesting.
Yeah, especially since I know nothing about it, it would be like all new information for me.
So yeah,
But I'm
but
down to hop back into another Arkham game. They're so fun.
with this tease coming up so close to PlayStation State of Play happening this Tuesday,
Yeah.
I feel like
Do
it
you know
might
what
be.
else is? Are we done talking about Batman?
I'm like, what else to talk about?
Well,
Batman.
There's more happening at State of Play,
Yeah.
so we can talk about that.
But yeah, so
Um,
they're showing the Batman and then the
They
Last
might
of
be
Us.
showing Batman.
Yeah, sorry, might be.
Apparently they're going to be showing Last of Us.
Yep.
So I'm
Which
excited.
made sense because they came out saying there was a Last of Us media event happening on the 24th, and then
Yeah.
a week later they're like, "Hey, State of Play's on the 24th," and it's like,
I wonder
Hmm.
what that means.
and then they end up coming out and being like, "Yes, we'll be there," and it's like, well, no shit, you're not gonna have 2 different media events on the same day. So this might be the first State of Play that's actually got some power to it and not just shoving a whole bunch of VR games. And mind you, if you like the VR games, it's great, but the last 2 State of Plays have been decent at best. So if you have a game like Last of Us 2 and then potentially a new Batman game, I'm gonna check it out.
I want to see that Ghost of Tsushima game. I want to see more of that.
Didn't the woman who was at E3 leave the company?
No, that's something else.
Oh no, that's a different game. Right.
Different.
That's
That was Bethesda.
that was
game.
something Tokyo. What was it called? Oh my god,
I
I
have
can't
no
remember.
idea.
Ghost something.
But that was
Anyways,
a Bethesda thing.
that's right. It was.
Not a
Okay,
PlayStation thing.
I'm mixing it up.
Can't be PlayStation thing.
I wonder what they're
weren't
gonna
there.
show.
True.
Any ideas?
Well, Last of Us.
I mean, like, what do you think
Maybe
they'll show?
Batman.
VR.
Hopefully Ghost of Tsushima.
I mean, in terms of Last of Us, what do you think they're gonna show?
Joel. No, actually,
Yeah?
I don't know if they'll show Joel.
They might show Joel.
We haven't seen him since the first trailer
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
she's in the room with the guitar.
They mentioned Joel in that last year during the E3 presentation when they did the whole like dance room thing.
Yeah.
They mentioned Joel, but they never showed him.
Yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there in the gameplay demos that they had. So, I hope we see him. I feel like what happened to him is going to be like a big point in the story, so that's probably why they're purposely not showing much.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're going to show. I mean, I don't want them to reveal too much.
He's
Is
become
there-
a Sith.
There's a release date for it, right?
Maybe?
He's fallen to the dark
I can
side.
check.
I don't know, but like, honestly, just give us a
I can't play it.
give us a trailer and just shut up and release the
I
game.
feel like it'll probably be like the launch trailer or something along those lines.
I need a PS4. I can play that game.
Me?
I need a PS4.
Oh, I have a PS4.
Fuck you.
Thanks. I'm gonna play Death Stranding when it comes out too.
We do not have a
Release date.
release date, so
it's
maybe we'll
probably
get
a
that
release
tomorrow.
date.
What do you think?
PS4 has
Early
so many-
2020?
It has to be.
They
Yeah.
probably won't want to have it like if it was 2019, we'd probably know by now. And with Death Stranding, you don't want to drop both of those at the same time.
No, Death Stranding is their big thing. This thing.
so it's probably like I'd say like March or April, maybe. If I had to guess,
Yeah.
2020.
probs. Just-
Plenty enough time to earn some money and get a PS4.
Well, get a job and get a PS4.
Work the corners. It's cheaper. It's easier.
But Hooker Harvey's.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Just don't go when I'm there. I don't want to be competing with you.
Competing.
Yeah. We have to schedule. We have to take turns.
Okay, I'll schedule you guys anyways. I already run his business. I run yours too.
Wow, that's rude.
I think you do so well some nights.
True. I appreciate it. So yeah, state of play tomorrow, 24th. Move on to
Speaking of things that might happen next year,
yeah, E3.
2020 might be a little different.
They're looking to shake things up, which is no surprise considering like how many of the big names left last year, and especially after the bad publicity with them leaking out a whole bunch of
I'm-
information. They're trying to put some good shit out there.
This makes me glad that they're not just letting things happen to them and at least being active.
They're trying to like find something.
You know, even if like bad shit's happening, they got to do something. So.
Yeah. So there have been a couple plans pitched. One of which is they're going to be adding 10,000 more attendees, so bringing their total up to 25K instead of 15K.
That I don't think is the right move,
Which,
personally.
From what I've
More
heard,
people,
it's already packed. So you're almost like doubling. You're adding 67% more.
Sure.
But then they want to like make it more influencer based
Yeah.
and social media based. I'm just like, honestly, from the stuff I hear about when hopefully talks about dealing with influencers and their agents for like the stuff they do for marketing, I'm like, this sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen.
Yeah. So they're trying to target some people who have the sway over the public on like Instagram and
Do they
stuff,
really,
and
though?
get them.
You'd be surprised.
The sway
is
is
in,
in
would
like
be surprised.
people.
I don't
who
think I'd be
check-
surprised. I'd just be disappointed. Really, is
People who have their phones, they
humanity.
check, oh, what's
These-
on Instagram? Oh, this person I follow a lot is at E3. Whoa,
Yeah.
right? Like
These
that's what they're
influencers,
hoping
yeah.
on,
I hate the term influencers, man. It's so like,
because it's so loose. Like it's just thrown around. Like
Yeah.
if you have like 100 followers, you're all of a sudden an influencer, and it's like,
we could be influencers
yeah.
technically.
I agree with
I
Nick.
don't want that responsibility.
I feel
No,
like
thank
there
you.
are certain people who
I'm bad
fit
influence.
that description, but I think the term influencer is just thrown around to like anybody who has any kind of social media following, and
Darn,
I mean,
social
by
media's a fad.
definition, you could
It'll
say they
die
are
soon.
influencing people, but like, they shouldn't be I don't know. It's
But anyways,
yeah.
they're changing things up to hopefully make it more profitable. Because the ESA who runs E3, half their
surprised at
revenue
all.
comes through E E3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not surprised.
Another thing they want to do is they want to try and get like celebrities and big name people
Yep.
at the event to put on shows. So one of the things they pitched was having like the LA Lakers come and play the new NBA game in front of the crowd. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm biased here, but like feel like that doesn't really do anything
Let's
for
have-
me
let's
as
have-
a
Let's have a show match between LeBron and Leonard in
yeah.
NBA 2K21.
Like,
Because why the
it-
hell not?
I don't know.
think
To me,
it might
that
make the
doesn't
money.
look-
Lakers versus
I think
Clippers.
that's
Do you
what
think
they
that would really bring in a lot more money? Is just having like LeBron half-ass
might sell
play?
tickets.
Honestly,
might-
they probably can't even afford LeBron.
That's true. They'll get the budget, like the bench of the Lakers. But like even as like a hockey fan, like if the Leafs came on to play NHL,
Yeah.
there'd be like the cool. The Leafs
Honestly,
are in front of me,
hold
but
on.
like
What if Andreas Janssen, if he came up to play NHL 21, I
Well,
would.
he's
I would
ac-
watch.
he's actually
he's
sick.
actually really good
Yeah,
at the game though.
but I mean like a bunch of people who probably are only there because they're getting paid, and they're just kind of like playing a game, like a sports game. I don't know. I don't see the
Don't
huge.
try to understand clout, Brad.
Personally, it wouldn't work on me, but maybe there are tons of people who go, "Holy shit, I would love to see this."
You're 12 years old and you're impressionable.
True. But I don't think
And
12-year-olds
you
are going to E3.
Spend all your time on your phone. I don't know. What do I know about
Yeah.
anything really?
But I mean, like you said, at least they're trying. They're also implementing this new thing to try and help reduce lineups to trying out demos. So they're coming out with an app. You go there and reserve your time slot.
This is, I think, is cool.
So you like go to. Thankfully, you have to go to the event. I'm pretty sure, from what I understood, and actually go to the booth and reserve your time slot.
Mhm.
Because if people could reserve it off of site, that would bother me
That's
so
what
much.
the
Because they did that at
PlayStation-
Fan Expo, and I think that was the stupidest thing ever. But you go there, you'll pick your time slot, and then you can come back later, so you're not like waiting in a ridiculous lineup. And they're doing it through an app that they want to make, and then they also want to have this app have like events and stuff that you can watch. So when you're in line, you can be watching stuff that's happening in other
Mhm.
parts of the floor,
Yep.
and kind of like let you carry the show with you wherever you go. So you're always doing something instead of just sitting in a line. So I think that's a pretty cool idea, and I hope that gets implemented well and does well, because I think that'll help
Yeah.
make standing in a line twiddling your thumbs a lot better.
Agreed.
But like, hold on, they wanna.
Okay.
It's like they wanna make their own app. They wanna bring in celebrities. They wanna do all this, but like, where are they getting the money from for all this?
Yeah, especially like getting LeBron to play NBA. You're
I
probably
think
looking.
I said LeBron is like because he's like the most prolific
Yeah.
person on the team. Same with like Leonard on the Clippers.
Yeah,
I just like that's just kind of like I think they're starstruck by the whole Keanu Reeves thing that Xbox did,
yeah.
bringing him out as like a surprise.
You're right. I think that might
I
be
think
a
there
big
was
part
like,
of
hey,
it.
we should do this, bring celebrities. I think like
I think that worked so well because it was so organic and off the cuff. No one expected it.
Yeah, and it was like a surprise. Like, holy crap, you've
Yeah.
got this big name
He seemed-
actor, and
he
he's going to
seemed-
be in the game.
He seemed kind of off balance himself.
Yeah, he seemed like he was there, just kind of like
Yeah.
feeding off of it, and not just like, "Hi, I'm being paid to like
Yeah.
present this to you."
But now
And
that
that's what I feel like it'll be with a lot of
Mhm.
them. And as
Agreed.
a person at the event, I don't want to see somebody who doesn't want to be there presenting something just
Yeah.
because they're paid
Yeah.
to. Like that doesn't. No.
we'll have to see if it works out next year.
Yeah,
But anyways, there's a question in
there
chat.
is a question in chat.
I got some dude.
Up
Up
to
to
stuck in the chat wants to know our league rules.
Yeah.
all right, I'll start.
Well, I think his exact wording was, "This is gonna make you happy, Shmack.
Okay.
Maybe you can have some viewer interaction for once in your life. You can have social media."
Yeah.
He's looking some friends to play with, especially for Clash.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's if Clash ever works.
Yeah.
Up to stuck. I don't know if you want to play with me. My main role is serial inter.
Accurate.
Slash, I don't know, like feeder. That's what I go
Very
to.
accurate.
So, how about you guys?
Say your actual role, you monkey.
Yeah, but how about you
Say
guys?
your actual role first.
I don't
He's
know.
asking a question.
He,
Give him-
play,
give
he
him the
plays
answer.
AD carry or mid.
I usually actually like the last couple months I've been playing Phil for the most part. I'm trying to really.
But
like,
if you were playing Clash and you wanted to win, what role would you go? Like, what do you say you're most comfortable?
I think I would Phil.
You'd still Phil?
I would probably not play top. I think top's my weakest role.
Okay. Let's say you wanted
Yes,
to carry.
your Vayne top is most famous.
I think my Vayne top
I'd
is
say
great.
it's infamous.
Same thing.
I love my I love playing Vayne top. So much fun.
I got Project Vayne out of like a box.
This guy and Jay both got it within like a week of each other.
I would take
I
Project
also
Ash
got
or
Project Collie
Vayne.
out of a box too.
Damn.
Yeah, that's great.
Damn.
So Phil, that's what you're sticking with?
For Clash, yeah, I'd probably do Phil.
You'd play
Sure.
AD carry or mid. Don't trust him in the jungle.
I'm really good at jungle.
Trust anyone in jungle. That role sucks.
No, jungle is the best role to carry on.
Yeah, but it's like the hardest role. Does he? Damn, I give you props, bro. That role is brutal.
Yeah.
I hate jungle.
I love the jungle.
It's
so much
such
fun.
you have to be so good at the game to play jungle well.
Yeah.
You have to be smart, like
Yeah.
not just mechanically good. You need to like I feel like it takes some of the most like mental, like
High
figuring out
IQ.
where they're pathing, like how the laners are warding, so you can abuse that. Like, there's so much that goes into being a jungle, and if you're not
Mental
good,
gymnastics.
yeah, pretty much. With that, you can tell obviously I'm not a jungle main because I just completely like said how much I frustrate with the role. AD carry or support would be what I play. I prefer AD carry, but I just like the bot lane, so I'd be either or.
Now I'm a Phil main. That's what I always pick. when I
Accurate.
play. I just hit Phil.
But you hate CSing.
I've gotten better at it.
You've never been bad. You just hate it.
Yeah. Well, I always play Kali when I get mid or top.
That's true. You have been playing a lot more Kali.
I just play Kali. Just what to play.
But I'll give you the same thing that I gave Shmack. If you had to pick a role,
Support.
support. Okay.
Supports.
Well, I didn't really answer that question. If I had to pick a role, I would play mid.
You play mid. That's
Yeah,
your
mid is
definitive
my
one.
hardest
Okay.
carry by far.
So if we had to pick one role, mid, support, and AD carry.
I think support's just my
And he's
best
jungle.
role.
We just need a top laner. Ugh, who wants to play top lane? I used to main top and not anymore.
Top is tough.
Top's tough, and it just
You're literally on an
I preferred
island.
playing the tanks, and tanks aren't really like
Good.
that in right now. It's a lot
No.
more fighters. So, but yeah, hope that answers your question. And
League of Bruisers.
we should
or
leave our
champions
gamer
who
tags.
build-
Maybe you can add
Literally
us
a
on League.
full tank Malphite can 100-0 an 80 carry. Makes me so upset. It
Makes
makes
do
me
you want
happy.
to throw our gamer tags in chat for League? I'm just Crably.
I'm Acclimator.
Like he knows how to spell that.
Well,
Or he knows
Ethan will write it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Ethan will know how to spell it.
I feel like I've heard that name before. Obtuse Duck. I feel like it's Joe.
Not Joe.
Okay.
It's an obtuse name.
Joe's rhetorical squid.
I'll just type it in.
Well, Nick is doing that. What? Oh, is it?
Wait.
What a troll.
No, that's the fucking troll.
Normal, get a life, bro. Get out of her freaking thing. God, this guy's such a clown. What a tool.
I'm actually tilted over that. I don't want to do this anymore. I quit. I fucking quit.
You time him out, Ethan? You should. You should.
Not yet.
Fake identity. All right. Moving
Fucking
on.
Done. I'm fucking.
We talking about Link's Awakening. Ethan actually just got his amiibo in. Ethan, can I see that for a second?
Amiibo.
Wait, it's bent? What do you mean? Oh. You're not gonna unbox it? Well, all your other ones are open. I just realized you have the one I want. I didn't even realize that. Bro, now that I'm seeing it in person, uh-oh.
You're
But
gonna
yeah.
collect it?
Bro, how sick does this look? I freaking love this version. of
No,
Link.
I'm just full tilted.
So
Now
cute.
he's not gonna open it. That's all I can
Right?
think about.
Look at that guy. I love the art style of this game. So yeah, with Link's Awakening coming out, it's actually doing extremely well. And I think everyone would have guessed that, Legend of Zelda game's going to do well, but for this one being a remake of a Game Boy game and without really adding anything new, like it's a true remake to the game, like that's it, right? It's got all
Mhm.
the content. You didn't think it was going to be like the best game to sell on Switch or whatever, but within the first day, it had a better launch than Super Mario Maker 2 did in the US,
That's crazy.
which is huge because Mario Maker 2, like
Yeah.
everyone was talking about that game. So this game did better than that. It also reached number 1 in the UK on the charts. Now, mind you, with the UK sales,
Or
this
just video
is
games in general,
is,
or Switch
um,
games.
video games.
Yeah.
This is physical sales only. This does not
Yep.
count digital store. But it reached number 1 in the UK, taking down Borderlands 3. And I have a question for actually all three of you, because Ethan, I want you to participate in this. This is only the third time a Legend of Zelda game has ever made it number 1 in the UK
Yeah.
on their charts. Can you guys name the other 2 games? I don't care whoever wants to
Breath
go
of the
first.
Wild.
Wrong.
Okay.
Breath of the
Well,
Wild has done amazing and is still like number 16 on their chart, but it never reached number 1. I guess something else. So this is only the third time that a Zelda game has become number 1 on the UK charts. It's only for physical sales. But I was wondering if you could name the other 2 Zelda games. Nick guessed Breath of the Wild. That is wrong.
Skyward Sword.
Also wrong.
Twilight Princess.
Also wrong.
Majora's Mask.
Wrong.
Really?
Come on, Ethan. They've taken out like 5 games. You got any guesses? Do you think you know? Okay.
Ocarina?
Yes, that is one of them.
Really? That's
Yeah.
so strange. It wasn't even like
1998, and his fun
came out
fact
of
was
nowhere.
Nintendo had to actually like fly in more copies because the demand was so high.
whoa.
Hmm. Give me a hint.
We talked about it today. The title was mentioned when I was talking about A Link to the Past. Yeah, that's
Is
true.
it a Link to the Past?
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's true. I did. That was a really bad
we did
hint.
talk about,
Okay,
That's just like, what the hell is that kind of? It's like we talk about almost every one
trying
of
to
them.
think of a good hint that doesn't just completely give it away.
What era?
Skyward Sword.
Nick already guessed that.
Mm.
What era?
Wind
'Cause there's
Waker.
It
multiple-
reinvent. This is gonna give it away, but whatever. It reinvented the art style.
Wind
Wind
Waker.
Waker?
Yeah, Wind Waker's. So this is only the
You
third
coulda-
game.
You could just said like GameCube, like
Yeah, but that's so obvious.
like early 2000s. Or
what
like
what other one came out on GameCube?
Twilight Princess. They
Yeah,
said
which
that already.
you guessed. So if I said GameCube, you just be like, oh, it's the other one he didn't. There was no good way I was gonna give you a hint.
Alright.
But yeah, so Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time are the only two, other than a remake, that has made the top in the UK charts. I thought that was just pretty damn impressive to see a Game Boy remake doing this freaking well and making its way onto a chart that even like some of the most popular Zelda games never reached, like Breath of the Wild. Yeah, so I just want to mention that.
Breath of the Wild's at best a 7.5 out of 10 kind of game.
Have you played it?
Are we getting into it?
Wait, Nick, have you played it?
Are we getting into it, Nick?
I mean, I'm pulling up the receipts right now.
Oh,
Wait, has he played it?
All right.
Yes, but he's not referencing Breath of the Wild for the sake of referencing
Before
Breath
we
of the
move
Wild.
on any further,
Okay.
we got intervention going on right now.
For me, apparently.
Yes.
For you.
What's happening?
You have
Okay.
committed a crime
Okay.
that is almost unforgivable.
So, what should we start with? Personally, I had to start off with Mass Effect trilogy.
What are we talking about?
Can we
Mass
give some
Effect,
context to
Mass Effect 1, 7.
Uh
Mass Effect 2,
Huh.
8.5 out of 9. Mass Effect 3, 8.5.
no, 8.5 or 9.
Fortnite?
Or 9.
So to give context on what Nick's talking about, Shmack, we were talking with Chris and Matthew, right?
No, I was just kind of putting my stores out there by myself.
Okay, you're
'cause I
just-
felt
He was
like
it.
pulling them normal.
It was in a chat, and he's just kind of rating all of the games in his library. And a few of his ratings are extremely questionable.
Mm.
And Nick and I are here to
I
put
mean,
him on
like,
the hot seat to try and defend these numbers.
let's tone down a little for a quick second. His ratings aren't bad. They're still good game ratings. It's the fact that these games are not just good games.
Yeah.
They're great to amazing games, which Shmack has severely underrated.
So we want to, obviously everything's opinionated, so we're not here
Yeah.
to tell you your opinion's wrong, but we're
Okay.
going to put you on the hot seat and
Do
kind
it.
of get you to defend these opinions that we think
Do
are
it.
are poor.
So why is Mass Effect 1 a 7?
Because it was a good game.
What held it back from being an 8 or a 9 or a 10?
It wasn't a great game.
Okay, get the fuck out of here. Come on, give us some substance.
It was a good game. I enjoyed playing it.
What could they have done? Like, what could have changed in the game that would have increased the rating?
I don't know,
for
just
you?
like the common complaints. The combat wasn't great. The pacing was kind of off. I don't know.
How is the pacing off?
I didn't dig some of like there was too much like just going through empty maps doing nothing. Just driving the Mako through
That's
Vermeer
literally
or
driving the Mako on empty planets was like not even the main part of the game. That was the solid side stuff on the
okay,
different
well
planets.
that's what I did. I mean, what do you want me to say? I think it's a good game.
It is a fantastic game. At the worst, an 8
Okay.
out of 10.
Okay.
At the best, 9 to 9.5.
Okay.
Mass Effect 1 is one of the best RPGs of all fucking time. Okay? It is.
Sure.
The characters, the writing, the gameplay, the world, the lore, all fantastic. Fantastic level of writing. It is not just good.
Hey, I didn't
It
say the
is
writing
great.
was bad. I just said it's a good game.
I'll give you the comment. Comment be a little iffy. Was a little iffy. They made it better in 2 and 3. But there are ways to play that combat very well.
Okay, I feel like as a caveat to this list, I made it when I was like 2 a.m. I was tired.
So we'll readjust these. Maybe you want to.
No, I think
Okay.
it's pretty accurate
So
for the most part.
just to kind of like throw some numbers. So Shama gave it a 7.
Yeah.
Metacritic's critic review score is averaged at 91, and the user score is 8.7.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna skip.
And again, this is your opinion. We just want to put you.
Yeah.
We'll skip
roast
over
it.
the Mass Effect 2 and 3 stuff because I don't have many quarrels with
Are we
those.
gonna get into like the biggest one there?
So we'll go back. We'll go backwards.
Okay.
Halo 3.
Yeah.
8.5 or 9.
Sure.
Halo 2. 8.
Uh-huh.
The genre-defining console first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Halo Combat Evolved. 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it was a good game, but it wasn't a great game. It was better than a good game.
So
No,
it was
no,
better
no.
than a good game.
You need more for explaining why Halo 1,
What do you want me to
which
say?
defined FPS games
Yeah.
on consoles,
Yeah.
arguably had one of the best stories in the Halo trilogy,
Okay.
and like started online
That's a fan.
multiplayer.
That's the
Explain
worst.
to me how this game is a 7.5, especially coming from a Halo fan such as yourself.
It's a 7.5 because it wasn't as good as the other Halos.
In what ways? And remember, you got to look at
Okay.
this game for when it came out.
Halo 1 is
2001.
better than Halo 4, hands down.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking at it like that. These ratings are based on when I rated them.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to say, like, what about it?
What about it?
Like,
What?
what about Halo? Like, why is it a 7.5? Like, what about the Halo 1 makes it like inferior?
Didn't have the BR in it to begin with.
It had the God pistol, bro.
Okay, so obviously this has become very invalidated, this rating right now, because of that one comment.
Yes. Okay. I just want to say.
I will
for-
say.
Okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just some of the like QoL stuff wasn't there, like the animations, the textures were kind of
Okay, but it's 2001.
yeah.
You
but
can't look at all of them from 2019 and judge
I am.
them.
That's what they're all based on.
All right, moving on.
Okay. I just want to say, Metascore for this game is 90 frickin' 7. You gave this the same rating you gave AC1.
Yeah, I think they're pretty equivalent.
All right. Anyways, Matthew is
Bro.
on point with Assassin's Creed 3 rating being a 10 out of 10. Take notes,
Accurate.
Robert.
Accurate.
Should we talk about did he rate AC1? I don't fucking remember.
Yes, he did. I want to talk.
No,
so-
that was Chris.
Who gave?
Oh no, never mind. He did
Yeah, he
rate
gave it.
AC1 7.5.
So you hold Assassin's Creed 1
Yeah,
in the same light as Halo.
yeah, they're different games. They're both
Okay.
good
You think
games.
AC1 had as many flaws as Halo 1?
yeah.
AC1 had redundant missions, very repetitive missions. It was literally just go to the city, follow this guy, sit on a bench, assassinate this guy.
Yeah, but I
rinse
give
and
it
repeat
points.
everywhere you go.
I'm not like when I rate stuff. I don't like start at 10 and detract. I start at 0 and add.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it gets a 7 because of the good things it did. I don't rate things based on the negatives. I don't even take into account sometimes most of the negatives. I give it points based on what it did well.
Okay. So if it did nothing wrong and everything it did was good, wouldn't it be a 10?
No, but it did do stuff wrong, and it didn't do enough good to get 10. I mean, it only did good enough to get a 7.5.
I feel like we're stuck here because it's just opinions, but I wanted to grill you more.
So what world is Portal 2 better than Portal 1?
My world.
I can't.
I like Portal 2 better than Portal
can't
1.
talk
Portal
about this
1's
when
better
I
than Portal 2, hands down.
Is it?
100% hands down. It's Portal
Okay.
2.
I still need to play that game.
Wait, you say Portal 1 is better?
Portal 1's hands down is way better than
Oh,
Portal 2.
Okay, I like number 2 a lot better.
So Far Cry 3 is not.
It took me 15 minutes to beat Portal 1.
Far Cry 3 is not a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it is. Far Cry 2 is the best Far Cry. For sure. I have not played 4 or 5. I've not played 4
You
or
thought
5.
2 was better than 3?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's the best out of the original 3.
Really?
Yeah.
What didn't you like about 3?
Came to arcadey.
Okay. You liked the more realistic approach that
Yep.
2 had? And then 1's just its own weird deal.
One is I don't know
One
what
was like
is-
one was like a
is.
tech test, man.
One was like, yeah, I don't know.
They
what
were
one
like,
was.
"Hey, we're trying out this engine. Let's see what we can do with this game. We're kind of open world. We're not really. Fight these like mutant creatures." It was interesting. I don't have any opinion. I can't like.
I'm a
push
tough
you.
critic.
I wanted to
man.
grill you about that Halo one because you're such a big Halo fan, and just seeing you put it in the same light as AC1.
I'm tough on Halo because I'm a
It
big
made
Halo
me
fan.
pity.
Are you sure he's a
It
big
made me
Halo
sad.
fan? In this quote here, this long quote, sometimes it be like that. I like them both pretty equally. Same with Gears. I liked Halo the most out of all of them, but they're pretty similar in score for me. No, actually, I like Gears the most. And Assassin's Creed for gameplay.
Yeah,
But
Gears 1
Halo
was
had the best story. That had great story, but CE was lacking in polish as far as gameplay goes.
Gears 1 was better than Halo CE. To me.
I mean, I'll give you that. Gears 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, such a great game.
Not
But it's
better.
just
Not better. than
AC1
Combat
had
Evolved.
so many flaws in it.
Yeah, it did. It did. But there was no other game that had done anything like AC1.
I want
Ever.
to study your brain.
So
No, you don't.
I do.
No, yeah, I
don't think you do.
I
I
want to
think-
see how your brain decided that those two
No.
games are a 7.5.
No.
AC1, there's nothing that had ever been done like AC before.
I agree, but
And it just
the best thing
I
about
had
AC1,
played shooters, so I had played so many
the
shooters.
best thing about AC1 is that we got AC2. Because they
Yeah,
took
sure.
everything that they misstepped with AC1
Yeah.
and perfected it in 2 and Brotherhood and made arguably the best two
Yeah.
games in the whole series. I still haven't played Odyssey, so I can't fully say, but out of most of them,
Any other
Alright.
contentious points? Any other ratings that you didn't like?
everything. Your list
You
sucked.
gave League of too high of a rating.
What'd I give League?
8.5 or something.
I'd give League like an 8.5 or a 9.
Give it a 6.
Bro, you have like thousands of hours in it. Don't tell me you're giving it a
I
6.
still give it a 6. I've played worse games for longer.
Fair.
Anyways, did we talk about Anthem last week?
Yeah,
I
a
think,
little
yeah,
bit.
we talked about how they changed their roadmap.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we did that last week. or-
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We had mentioned League.
Oh yes.
Do we want to go into all the good detail?
Sure.
I want to start with the Louis Vuitton
Yes.
is teaming up with League of Legends to make skins in a trophy case.
Wait for 2025 when brought to you by Coca-Cola, skin line of
We already got the
Ari,
State Farm analyst desk.
Lux. Yeah. There's going to be, all the popular female champions with Coke skins. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to when there's
They needed Gragas.
like
rolling out
Tesla
barrels of Coke.
and Apple
Yeah.
logo splashed across the rift, and the dragon is like a
That's when I
Samsung
stopped, That's when I
Dragon.
stopped playing.
yeah
Yeah.
when the ads.
It's
start
like the
getting
talk
in-game.
of them wanting to like cover the NHL jerseys and ads like they do over in Europe.
I think
Euro.
Batman's like very against that.
Yeah, the one good thing that man has done for the NHL.
He's done more good than
I know,
that.
I know. I'm just joking. But like,
He's the reason
you
why the
seen-
NHL is where it is right now.
no, I know. I'm more saying it for the jokes. But have you seen some of the jerseys in
Yeah.
Europe? I know you have. Like,
Yes.
you're a walking advertisement with like 30 different logos on you. You can't even see what team you play for. It's like,
Yeah.
oh look, it's McDonald's, Harvey's, Wendy's, Tim Hortons over there. Like, it's ridiculous, and I don't want that anywhere near the NHL. And same with League. I don't mind you having ads for the game or like around sites that involve the game, but I do not want them like affecting what's in the game.
So they're making Louis Vuitton is making a case.
Yeah,
A
they're making
trophy
a
case.
trophy
for
case
the trophy.
that is, styled in their style, but
Yeah.
also going to be adding some. I can't remember what words they use, gadgets or something that's like from the League of
Sure,
Legends
sure.
universe.
We'll
it'll
see
be
what
like-
happens.
and they're
Yeah.
also making skins.
And they're making a skin line, which I'm assuming is just going to be people wearing super fancy shit. Probably.
You know, people are gonna eat that up.
Oh yeah, it'll be like Lux with like a Louis Vuitton bag and like a fancy.
That would be
of, like-
hilarious.
It's gonna be like a lot of characters
Imagine if,
wearing
like, the-
really fancy clothing and fancy Louis Vuitton.
Imagine if like the
bags.
bag had actual physics that like being attached to their body too.
Yeah,
It's like when they dashed in, the bag like jostled around.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's gonna be all about like their products, right? But
There's an alternate timeline where League of Legends is actually a really good MOBA.
it is.
It is not this timeline.
It is a fantastic game. Is it perfect? By no means. Have they done some patches that have been questionable? Yes. But we've all been playing it for 7 years, and here we are.
Because there's no alternative.
There is Dota. There was Heroes. That
I would
didn't work.
actually play Dota over League,
Would
but it's
you?
so hard
Why
to get
haven't you in
into.
the last 7 years?
I just none of you guys play. You know me, I don't play games alone.
Lol, Dota.
I'm stuck because you guys won't switch over.
League's fun.
Have you seen the team fights in Dota? Man.
I can't say I have. I haven't really watched.
Don't care for Dota.
It's
What I'm saying is,
Sounds
as a group,
interesting.
a lot of us like to rip on League, but deep down, all of us love the game, or at least really enjoy it. Because if we didn't, we wouldn't come back to it time and time again to play it. And I know you give it a 6, and I know you're looking at me like, Brad, you're
I
saying
enjoy-
it's wrong, but you come back to that game
Actually,
time and time
I
again.
know
kind of
that.
So
disagree
either
with
you
that.
love the pain.
I kind of disagree with that. I enjoy MOBAs, I think I would say. League of Legends is just a flavor that I'm forced to deal with.
What I don't
But you're not forced. You're choosing to. So you're saying
It's
that
the
you're,
best
you're
option,
choosing to play
basically.
a mediocre game because your friends are there.
And it's the best option. That's all we play. There's no other good MOBAs on the market. There never probably will be. because the league
So
in
let's
Dota.
say Dota was better, but none of us wanted to play. You wouldn't switch for the better
I think Dota
experience?
is better.
Okay, so why don't you switch? Just be like,
You
it's
guys don't play.
that's the only reason. Even though it's a
Pretty
better
much.
game,
Yeah.
you don't want to play a better game because your friends aren't there.
Yep.
Okay, fair.
I enjoy League's gameplay. I don't enjoy the people that play League of Legends.
I will agree with that, but I wouldn't
doesn't
I
affect
wouldn't
me.
let that affect my review of a game, because then every Call of
I
Duty
don't-
review would be
yeah,
2 out of 10.
I don't care about who
everyone
plays
tells
or
me
I
who
just
doesn't play.
when people, it's like when people play top lane, they don't know how to play safe. Like if you're losing top lane, don't run past that midway point. Put down wards. Let the farm come to you.
And if you do play like that, don't spend the next half an hour just screaming at people because you screwed up. I don't care. I don't care how bad my team plays. Well, I mean, I'd like them not to int because it's fun to actually play and be able to win. But it's the toxicity and like the it's not my fault mentality that is in video games.
Well, look
But-
what Nick just did.
What?
He just said it's not my fault. It's the top laner's fault, right?
No, I said when a top lane, if you're losing top lane, and you can't beat the guy, instead of trying to like go like learn to play a little safe.
Sure, but at the same time, you should probably be thinking, what can I do better? How can I carry the game? Which is what I try to do.
How can when I'm playing support? Yeah, I'll carry the game with support real easy, right?
You can.
Yeah, I
Support,
know I can, but it's fucking hard. When you get a fed
of course,
Mordekaiser,
of course it's
you
hard.
can't do shit.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's easy,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't like the community, but I think we talked about this like an episode or two ago. But just it's the way gaming has become now.
Dude,
with
there's
more
a
people
function,
playing,
it's called /mute all, and don't
No.
pay attention to all
I
chat.
explained this to you last time you asked the question though.
Oh,
where,
no, I
like-
don't think I mentioned mute all, did I?
If I mute people,
Yeah.
my teammates are still going to argue and throw
Oh.
the game, right? And again, like I've come to terms with it. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But it's just in a perfect world, I wish that people didn't like resort to just shitting on each other on the same team over simple mistakes, because where we play and even like near pro tier, nobody plays a perfect game. Everyone makes mistakes. That is video games. Nobody plays perfect. If they did, there'd be no competition.
Robots.
It'd just be robots. So I just wish that, gaming didn't have that kind of toxicity and stuff with it, but it is what it is. You can't really get rid of it.
It's like when I play jungle, I gank lanes and I trust will carry the game. If I see you feed your ass off to your laner, oh, I ain't coming, buddy. you
Yeah,
can,
I mean, the rule one in the jungle is never gank a losing lane. So.
you can deal with yourself. Just put wards up and survive as best you can. I'll go gank the mid laner who's doing well, or the AC is doing well, top
Yeah.
laner is doing well. Like
Or if all your lanes are doing bad, you just say,
I'll go
unlucky.
unlucky. GG next.
No GG next. Always try and come back. Never surrender.
Yeah.
Never.
Anyways, the group draw happened today for the World Championship.
Yes, the juicy details came out, and god damn it, I am
So
sad.
we'll start with Group D, Team Liquid's group. It's TL, AHQ, right?
Yeah.
And then
Invictus
IG.
Gaming.
I think it'll be IG and TL, unless TL like royally screws up.
And keep in mind, each of these groups are going to have one
Yeah.
more team
Yeah.
from play-ins.
Do we have the options for who could be in D? I have it somewhere.
Well, there's a
Let me get it.
bunch because there's a ton of teams in play-ins.
Wait, there's 3 teams that could fill. There's only
Well,
there
possibility.
only a
while
max
you
three? Okay.
look that up,
I don't have
I'm going
the
to Group B
options.
because Group A and C are the juiciest. Group B is FPX. Is it JT?
Group B?
Yeah.
FPX,
And GAM.
JT, and GAM Esports.
So FPX is definitely coming out there, probably perfect record. Second seed toss up. Who cares?
But just looking at that group, and again, I'm not trying to bash regions, but that is easily the weakest group.
Other than
By far.
Other than FPX.
Yeah. Like, there's not much competition going on. And then you have groups like freaking C and A, and it's like,
Okay.
what the hell?
So
You have the fill ones?
really quickly, oh, actually, I don't know how this will go. How will they fill? Any idea? Because there's 12 teams that
Yeah.
are playing in the playing stage.
They
They're
do
only
groups?
4 will make it. But do you know?
No, I don't. Anyways, Group C, probably the most competitive group in the entire like group stage, as SKT, Fnatic, RNG.
I think RNG is overrated.
It'll still
What
be a
seed are
bloodbath.
they coming in from?
Second.
Okay, second.
It's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm pretty sure. I feel like
Yeah,
it'll
it's
be.
gonna be a bloodbath.
I
that's
feel like
for
it'll
sure.
be SKT and Fnatic as 1-2, either or. You can probably toss up who's
And you know
gonna
what the
come
funny
up.
thing is? If Clutch Gaming makes it out, that's probably the group they fall into. Because they can only go in B or C. And,
Okay, so we do know how that works.
well,
but-
because you can't have two NA teams or like two of any team in the same
Ah,
region, right? So they
okay.
can't go in D and they can't go in A. So it's either B or C they're going to go into, and depending on how other teams have to be slotted, Clutch could get thrown in, which makes me so happy that C9 didn't have to do the gauntlet this year because that would suck. Although they didn't get any
out of that
favors.
group, I think SKT will not make it.
Really?
SKT is gonna make it, dude.
So you just said RNG was overrated.
Yes.
But you still think that they'll beat out
Yeah.
SKT?
And then they're just gonna
No.
get demolished by the likes of like.
no, SKT.
is SKT coming out first?
They're
No.
the first seed. And
Are they?
LCK.
Yeah, they are,
They
yeah.
beat
I thought-
Griffin.
Yeah, they're
Griffin made it.
No, what the
No.
fuck?
Okay.
What are you
No.
smoking?
Griffin didn't make
thought-
it, and thanks to them, they're in frickin' C9's group.
So
Okay.
Group A is G2, Griffin, and C9. Honestly, I think it could be G2 at Griffin or G2 and C9.
This makes me so sad.
It's gonna be tough for C9.
C9 was one game away from beating Liquid, and they could have had that Group D. Mind you, you make it out of an easy group and you get slapped in quarters, it means nothing. But like,
Part of me hopes that TL becomes the new TSM
and just
and
lose.
just
problem-
loses in groups
the-
sometime.
The problem with for me for this world is it's hard for me to quantify power level. The game is so volatile.
Yeah.
3 games like is nothing to like when you play 3 games.
But sure
against
it's a
an opponent,
double group stage.
It's not double limb.
No, like there's 2 sets of group stages. There's one group stage for a set of games, the second set of group stages games. So you played like
Yeah, it's how it's always been. You play everyone twice in your
you
group.
play everyone twice.
Yeah, that's how it's
Yeah.
always been, though.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it's fine.
No, but he means like the best of fives.
yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, well, that's you can't do best of 5s group stages or best of 3s. You'd be there all day or all year.
No, I think what he's saying is like a best of 5 to determine who moves on isn't going to necessarily like
Yeah,
say how that team's necessarily better. Like the game has
that's
so
how-
many.
That's
It's
how
the best way
tourna-
you can do it. But I think what he's
No,
saying is
yeah.
like it's not
I know,
the
I know
perfect
what you mean,
way
but
to
like
get the
that's how
power.
tournaments work.
sure.
Yeah.
sure. That's what I'm saying. It's so volatile.
Yeah, like
Well,
there's so
it's
many,
hard to
there's so
quantify the
many
power level.
variations and so many different things you can pull out. I still think C9, and again, like I know I'm a fan, so I'm biased. I still think C9 could come out of that group.
They could. It'd
It's
be tough.
it's going to be
Sure.
tough. Griffin and G2 are both good teams. I haven't seen much of Griffin. I've heard nothing but good things from them, and of course G2, from what I hear, is just the same powerhouse they were last year
You
when they
just
made it to the
gotta hope
finals.
Splice doesn't go into that group.
They can't, because G2's in it.
Oh, then you're fine.
I think it'd be hilarious if C9 and Griffin made it out and G2 did not. Just because I like the underdog story, and everyone has literally just been like G2 is like the best team and they're gonna win, and it would make me so happy to see them falter.
I have a.
But we'll see.
You guys want to hear a theory I have really quick?
Sure.
People when they think about how to beat G2, they try to attack like the 2v2s or the 3v3s or whatever. I think they are too good to attack them like the in the skirmish or whatever. I think where they falter is overextending because their vision sucks in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you can out information them, if you can outmaneuver them, you can make them think they're in the right place and they're actually not, is how you beat that team because that team tilts hard.
So follow
No,
up
they
to that
don't.
question.
G2?
I think they do.
Oh no, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, fair enough. I think they do.
Follow
I
up to
think
that
they do.
question.
Yeah.
So that's your win condition against this team. Of these teams, in the whole worlds are just the two that are in their group. Who do you think has the tools to be
In that
able to
group,
do
I
that?
think C9 has clean macro.
Yeah.
I think they have really good macro. I think they have good drafts. Their
The only
individual
problem
skill.
is you could argue, and again we haven't seen them matched up since.
But if they just get
but
dumpstered in lane,
But C9 probably is weaker in almost every lane, if
Probably.
not every lane, right?
which is the thing. If you
How
get
do you-
dumpster in lane,
yeah,
and you
so-
don't have.
Again, I'm just thinking this from what I've seen. I feel like Licorice could hold his own against Wonder. I don't know if he could beat him in a lane, but I don't think he would get like stomped. Is that wrong for me to guess?
Wonder's better.
But like, do you think Licorice is good enough that he could like hold his own?
I think
without,
I think
like,
he
into
could
the
hold his
Wonder
own.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the matchup.
That oh yeah,
As
sure,
a
sure.
massive Sneaky fan, I know the memes and everything, but I do think that the bot lane will be weaker for C9.
The thing about Sneaky is though he's a good econ AD carry, and this is what this
Yeah.
this series is looking
and
like.
he's always done better in the team fight phase of the game outside of laning. Like his positioning has always been, or at least for most of his career, has been really good.
Yeah.
Because
I think Sneaky has like the best numbers for lowest gold out of the NLCS.
he's played in so many metas where they don't focus around him.
right.
Like he hasn't been the focus on that team. For like in the entirety of C9, probably for like less than 3 splits has it been like an 80. There was like 1 or 2 splits where Cog was super strong and they played around Sneaky because his Cog was really good and it's because of his placement. and they played around him. But like a lot of times, like he started out as the Ashe, who would just arrow, and his team would carry off of that. He's like you said, he's played with like the likes of like Jensen and Impact carries in their solo lanes who have had the gold. Even now with Licorice, they've done a lot of splits where they've trying to put money on the top lane and kind of let bot take it in. So yeah, I agree with you. He definitely can play well with limited funds.
Quick tangent. If there's one NA team to, I feel like this meta is very based on set pieces, on chaining combos. I think it's C9 that can pull that off. TL relies heavily,
What do you mean by chaining combos?
like, like ults into stuff, or like,
Okay.
abilities into other
Yeah.
things, whatever. Anyways, TL, in my opinion, relies on oppressive lane pressure and dominance through like just outlaning, and grabbing vision over in dominant places of the map. C9 doesn't really do that. C9 is more focused on establishing set pieces and stuff like that. And I think this meta is more favors teams that can do that.
Yeah.
So if anyone can pull that off, it might be them.
Well, I hope so, because I would hate to watch them
Clutch also
lose in groups.
does decently as well as that, except they have Huni. And
Hey, he carried them in the series against TSM.
he did.
He popped
But
off that.
I'm,
series.
Or
he's
against.
he's not a bad
Or
player.
against.
Yeah, but he was
What'd
the
you say?
reason.
He carried CG through for and against.
There was one
Yeah,
game
TSM.
where he played GP and he literally had like as much, if not more, damage than his other 4 teammates combined.
Yeah.
Yes, I know GP's a late scaling game, but champion, but like that's ridiculous.
I just need him to not mental boom when he loses or doesn't do well or
I
doesn't carry one
I
game.
feel like you think he mental booms more than he does.
You think so? Maybe.
I think
probably.
so.
Probably.
I'm not saying that he doesn't, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he does tilt, but I feel like you have this dated image where he's just
Maybe.
like tilt central.
Yeah, yeah. I think he
Um,
is.
But as much as I think Clutch could put on a show, they're pretty screwed if they get thrown into C.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck to them. I know
Mhm.
the feels of being thrown into a rough group as a wild card. or a third seed.
Adaptation between games is going to be huge.
Oh yeah.
If you get stomped in first game and you're not doing something drastically different in the second game, you're probably just going to lose series straight up.
So we have the groups kind of established. We still need to see the final ones. Just for shits, who do you think's gonna come first in each group based on the 3 that we have? I'll ask both of you.
AG2, BFPX, C SKT, DIG.
Okay, so first seeds for everyone but Liquid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta look at the groups again.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I'll say mine then. I guess.
I think DL is gonna forget to flash again.
You think so?
Yeah.
Or you think he's gonna walk into Swain?
He's gonna walk into a
Was
fight.
it? No, it was Victor. It was Victor.
Yeah, he's gonna walk into a
Yeah.
fight, not flash out and die, and then lose.
I think TO will win their group. I have faith that this will be the year that Doublelift gets out of groups.
So the first in every group is what you're asking me?
Yeah, so I think TL, I think SKT. I don't know any of the teams really from B, so I'll just go with the first seed and say
Did
FPX.
you not? Did you watch the FPX versus RNG series?
I'm gonna tell you right now, Nick. I have watched nothing but.
It was
NA
just
this
an
year,
NARM.
and even then,
It was
I
so
have only
boring.
watched
Go
C9
watch the
games.
VODs. You will not regret it.
It wasn't that
It's that
fun.
good.
It was an NARM.
It was. It was amazing.
Well, I mean, look who you're talking to.
True.
they were fun.
I'm a
games
guy
to
with
watch.
2,600 ARAM games under my account. Like
They
I'm
were fun games to watch.
okay.
Okay, here's my predictions.
I got one more.
Oh,
How
sorry.
dare you? C9.
Okay.
Let's go. C9 number 1 seed. Done.
For real? Seriously?
Yeah. Fuck G2. Fuck
Alright.
Griffin.
So hard.
Well, Griffin's nickname in LCK is Greatly Reluctant Fighters,
There you go.
because there's GRF on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah. That's amazing. All right,
Mm,
Shama, hit me.
Group C, Fnatic.
Really? You think Fnatic's gonna best both
Fnatic.
RNG and SKT?
Yeah, it's really good. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Group D, IG. Group B, Phoenix, FPX. Group A, G2.
Okay.
Maybe Griffin.
I don't think it'll be
Wait, no,
Griffin.
they're not in Group A.
What,
Yes, they are.
Griffin? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, okay. maybe
Griffin's
Griffin.
been like on a decline since
Yeah,
like their
I
hype
agree.
moments in the early part of the year.
I think a lot of Korea has been actually on the decline.
So SKT, like they were kind of faltering in the summer split. They're like, all right, guys, let's win games now, and then they rose to the top. Like
SKT
it's
World
so dumb.
I think it's going to be apparent really quickly who's going to have a good chance. We're gonna see right off
Like
the
in the
bat.
first few games of group stage.
We're gonna be able to see what kind of meta it is, and we're gonna be able to see if teams are able to play that meta, and if not, this meta is so one-sided. If you can play it, you're gonna win, and if you can't, you're just out of the game. There's
Yeah.
there's no like secondary way to play this game
You either adapt to the way or
Yeah. right now.
Yep.
There's no slow play. There's no multi-option ways to play it really.
no.
There's win hard fast or lose.
I'm excited, and World starts next
week.
Wednesday. The play-ins group stage starts, and then it'll go
That'd be
from
interesting.
there all the way till November 10th, where the finals. And we get to watch it this year.
I will say, even though I dislike this meta, I'm excited because so many different teams have a chance to make a name for
And
themselves
Worlds
here.
is always hype.
Yeah.
Worlds is a ton of fun. I've been watching League on and off since I've been playing it, and there have been some splits where I'll watch every freaking game in NA and even potentially other regions. And there's other ones where, I'm just not into it. I'm playing other games or whatever. But I'll always come back for Worlds because it's just
Yep.
it's the most fun. There's so
NLCS,
much going on.
Playoffs.
There's like new skins they're adding. They come out with new music, which they hit it out of the park again this year with the orchestral theme that they had. That
Right.
was amazing.
With the white statue. Was
Yeah,
that it? Yeah.
that was a really good song. It's just they know how to market and how to put on a show for their
Sure.
final event. So I'm super excited to watch this year's Worlds.
Be good.
I was gonna say that's it, but there's actually one more thing that you linked today regarding the French court ruling.
Oh yeah, that was kind of interesting.
You guys want to talk about that a little bit before we wrap up?
So the
Mention
French
it.
court basically ruled that Valve you have to be able to resell your digital games on the Steam store.
Not only Steam, all
digital
digital storefronts.
digital storefronts.
Steam was like the main one. talked
Interesting
about.
precedent.
So, but then obviously Valve's gonna
Valve has appealed it.
appeal it.
So we'll see.
Because
How
why
long.
the hell wouldn't you not?
It's
try
already been
to-
going on for 4 years. Who knows how long this appealing
So
process is going to
I
take?
wonder, do you really own the game?
You don't. You own the license to a game.
Yeah.
You don't own the game. You
It
own the
isn't.
license.
There's this whole like discussion of like, you press add to cart, and you don't press subscribe.
No,
No.
but the reason why you don't own the game is if you had a physical copy, if you have a physical copy of the game, you own it. You own a digital version of the game, you own the license for it. Because if that storefront is gone, you lose the game. Like
Yeah.
if Steam just goes up, like belly up one day and it's just gone, you can't get access to any of your games. They're all gone.
This precedent might change that though. That's the thing, as people are talking about. Like, we'll see what like if this precedent is set, this might mean that if Steam ever fails, they would be held accountable.
Yeah, and
That's huge. That's like
it would be
massive.
really good for the gamer. But the article you linked had an opinion piece within
Sure,
it, and
sure.
the person who wrote the article, I can't remember the name, put up a couple flags that could potentially be bad if this actually gets passed, and that is
not so good for
potentially-
devs.
Pardon?
Not so good for devs.
Not too good for especially indie developers.
Yeah.
Because they're going to lose a lot of money by having people just passing their games along without
Mhm.
getting the sales. And on top of that, if Valve potentially sees this and goes, okay, so we have to give away these, we're losing so much money because of people reselling. Well, companies are already doing this subscribe thing, that this might just mean that storefronts start pushing the subscription-based services instead
Yeah.
of offering
Games.
games, and just kind of instead of having either or as an option, whether you can buy your games digitally or Game Pass, that storefronts might just go to that option as a way of maintaining this "you don't own our product" sort of thing, and that would kind of suck. But I don't see Steam overnight, if they lose this, going, all right,
No.
fuck it,
No,
we're
of
a
course not.
subscription-based piece.
Yeah.
But it's something to keep in mind that although this looks good, there could be companies are going to try their best to find a way to
Maximize profits.
maximize profits and have it in their best interest. So
Yep.
if this gets passed and is not in favor of companies, you can bet your ass that the next morning they're getting up, sitting in a meeting and going, okay, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
How do we get back more profits? We're going to lose a ton of money off this. What do we do? So
It's interesting. It's like 2019. What, 20 years after like Steam has been a thing, and we're still trying to figure out if we own our games or not.
yeah,
We
I think
don't.
it's good that they are pushing this issue though.
If you
If
buy
for
on
nothing else-
GOG, you own the game because you can actually
Yeah.
download the copy
Yeah.
of it. On Steam, you own the license. You don't own the game.
No. But I'm happy this is being talked about, because if nothing else, at least getting it known, because some people probably don't know that. Some people probably think they own the games they buy on
Yeah.
Steam, because it's not like they say you're just borrowing, like you're just buying a license. You don't, like, they're not going to advertise that, right? Like you said, it says add to cart, not subscribe. So it's good to get this kind of out there so people who maybe aren't as informed realize this.
Maybe they should buy a license.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
maybe there'll be a law where it
you have to
more
like be clear or
specifically
something.
indicates what you're actually
Yeah.
doing, that you're not purchasing this game, that you are buying a license to play a game that
Who
they
knows?
have on their servers.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for Extra Life. Do you guys want to do a bingo of some kind?
Like a game, like
Yeah.
the Super Mario Sunshine thing we ran.
Yeah. I don't know what game it would be.
I'd be interested.
But
Because watching that was super fun.
Yeah.
Is there a game that like a
We
few of
all
us
can
are
play
equally,
and-
or at least somewhat equally
I don't
familiar
care.
with?
It could be anything, but if all of us can play it, I'd be down to do a bingo.
Okay.
We'd have to
Mm.
talk about it.
Yeah, we can
Mhm.
brainstorm some games. I'd be down for that.
So, another thing, Borderlands 3 sold extremely well on the PC. So, all you people that are boycotting Epic Game Store and Borderlands 3,
It didn't work.
it didn't work. Obviously, it
course
wasn't
not.
going to work.
No.
No.
So, yeah, next time you want to boycott something, think twice. Just buy the game. Have fun.
Boycott doesn't
Don't,
work.
no,
No,
don't do
but-
that.
Yeah, despite all the bad publicity, that still did extremely well. And you know what? Like, that's good. Like, it's so tough because you see like the way Randy handles himself and that, and it's like, I kind of want something to backfire on him, or you don't want it, but like it wouldn't be a like surprise if something
I
backfired
understand
on him.
what
But
you're
at the same time, there's so many people who work so damn hard on this game,
Yeah.
and the fact that the game took so much shit from both what Randy's doing and the Epic Game Store exclusivity and pulling it away. It's so tough because doing this boycott, you're indirectly like hurting people who had no part in this
Yep.
decision. So I'm glad that Borderlands is doing well. It's being received as a great game.
I was
and
talking
it's good that it's
to
selling well.
Robert about it. He said he's having a blast.
Yeah,
which I'm really happy.
Robert, a huge fan of Borderlands, has been nonstop playing that game and he's loving it. So.
Yeah, he said it was just what he was hoping for.
Yeah, and that's good. But yeah, the boycott did not work. Epic Game Store has risen.
Hashtag best store.
Maybe like
No,
how many sales do you think they realistically lost?
Probably not that many. To
Like
be honest.
50,000?
Honestly,
like people
probably
who would have bought it
lower.
day one if it was that.
I agree, probably lower. Not
I'd
that
say
many.
anywhere between like 20 and 100,000.
Yeah.
And they sold what, like 5-6 million or something?
They
on Epic
sold
Games?
a lot.
Yeah.
The
Plus, you have
fastest-
people who are buying on console who are
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't care. These idiots are arguing on their PC. I'm getting on my Xbox or my PlayStation like I normally would anyways. So that's what Robert did. He got an Xbox. So
Unfortunate.
I think he's gonna rebuy the PC version once it comes to Steam because I don't think I think he was one of the people who didn't want to buy it on Epic Games, but he's like, well, I still want to play the game, so he
Mhm.
just went and bought it on Xbox. And he got the friggin' like $300 collector's edition too, which came with like a gigantic loot chest. It had like
Damn.
a figure, had prints of all the characters, had like a map of the world that I think was like cloth or something like that.
That's a lot.
D&D player cards for the characters, kind of like D&D and like styled ones. It looked like a pretty sick thing. If you were a Borderlands fan and you had $300, it definitely looked like a worthy investment. But yeah, he went all out.
Oh, Smoothie. I redid my one-shot boss character.
Nice. For Extra Life?
Are Vorpal swords too OP?
No.
Okay, good.
No. You gotta at least kill someone this time.
Yeah.
What?
I hope I let. Because you know what?
Are you thinking of a character, or are you just gonna roll one at the table there?
For a one, it's 2 to 3 hour one shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put too much effort into like
Just-
a character.
I
I'm
mean,
just
like
gonna-
even class or anything like that. Any ideas?
I'll see what other people are doing. 'cause
I would
want
say
there to
I
be
would say
variety.
don't reveal what we've talked about because
Yeah,
that
no,
would
it
suck.
won't be that.
Yeah.
I want to do something like I don't want it to show up and be like, I'm gonna be a barbarian, and the 3 other people are like, shit, that's what I want to be. Like, I don't want us to have like 4
You literally,
barbarians.
well, you could literally do that if you
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah,
to.
but I
Party
want to
barbarians,
have a
that'd be
party
hilarious.
that's like variety. So for lack of a better term, I'll fill.
Sure.
I'll see what other people bring to the table, and then
Yeah,
I'll make. A
I think I'll
decision
just roll
there.
at the table as well.
I think I'm gonna decide what race I want to be beforehand.
Sure.
then-
I'm pretty sure I'm still being a turtle.
A
You
what?
can do the same. If you do the same character before, it'd be
I
hilarious.
really want to.
It would
I
be
really want
so
to.
funny.
I'm
Like,
gonna be a turtle.
shit, not
A
this guy.
turtle?
Yeah.
What's a turtle?
It's the bipedal turtle man.
Yeah.
It's like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, basically.
Those are in D&D.
Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious. What's your name?
I forget. Kez?
You didn't name yourself after one of the Ninja
forgot what I
Turtles?
I have them all written down somewhere.
Roz, maybe my name was a short name. I was a cleric.
You were a cleric turtle.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm
Portal,
all-
sorry,
You remember
portal.
those buffs that I gave every character?
Yeah.
I'm redoing those as well.
Nice.
So they're a little more balanced.
Yeah.
That proficient one
And
was
that- yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
broken.
Yeah, they were.
That was. Yeah.
That was a tier 2 one, wasn't it?
That was a tier 1 one.
Oh my god. Nick.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's okay.
don't know what I was doing first time
Yeah.
around. But second time around, I'll get it.
The one shots are for, right?
Yep.
Getting a feel for it.
Yeah, there's one that I made. There's some are kind of like useful, some are funny, some are just like, how the fuck do I get around this? One of them is like, you can't speak using any vowels.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It sounds like one of the rules people make in friggin' King's Cup. You know when you get to like make a rule,
Those
Yeah.
are fun.
it's like you can't. Yeah, that's
But
that's
thing,
amazing.
So the thing is, after every encounter, you roll a percentage dice,
Yeah.
and depending on how you roll, then you roll another dice to see where you land on that percentage to see what buff you get.
Oh
So
man,
you would roll for the tier, and you roll for the buff or debuff in that
that's
tier.
hilarious. I like that. It's pretty. You come up with that yourself?
Yo, I know
Yeah,
I know
that's
who you
sick.
should be. You should be a goblin.
Why would I be a goblin? Goblins suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Make you play something you don't
see
want to
if I
play.
can-
You should be a goblin barbarian. Just
That'd be
mad as
hilarious.
fuck goblin.
Goblins
yeah.
suck though.
Remember, one of them was unstable shape. You polymorph at random.
That's sick. That's sick. So do you just decide
What are you polymorph
when
to?
when they
Probably just
polymorph?
roll a dice, see what happens.
Okay.
No one
That's
actually
hilarious.
got it, so like,
Aw, that's
it was
disappointing.
yeah.
Also, I just realized that Jay made fun of me on Facebook. He said D-pad forehead. What a dick. I already feel like an idiot. You don't need to rub it in.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
No, I think that's
All right.
everything.
I need to steal your chair for like a quick 60 seconds.
You need to what?
Steal your chair.
Okay,
You're
right
gonna
now.
make-
Do
You're gonna
that.
make the cripple get up?
Oh, that's right. Shit.
I don't mind right now.
Well, I need to do that. I want to do the extra life clip thing.
True.
Do it.
I want that video.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Okay. All right. Fine.
Record it after.
Doesn't matter to me.
It's up to you
Okay.
guys, I don't
All
know.
right. Never mind then.
Stay in your chair, you weak-ankled fool.
I'm actually a
Says the
strong
guy who's
ankled
broken
fool.
them twice
I
and
didn't
broken my leg.
exactly. I didn't
Wanna play some
break it.
volleyball, Brad?
I bent
Not
it.
with Chris Botcha, I don't.
We should play volleyball one time. So much fun.
Beach volleyball. I
Sure.
don't want to play on a court.
Sure.
I get PTSD.
What did you want to say? Are you gonna say after?
I'll say it after.
Okay, cool.
I just want a video to like put up on social media.
Is that it for this episode?
That's it.
Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching episode 63 of the Three Can Play podcast. It's been myself, Shmack, Nick P, and Brad Crably Crab. What was it? 62? 62.
I just love that. You're like, it's been episode 2. Ethan's like, nope.
Thank you for
were doing
listening.
so well.
With peace and love. Three Can Play out.